Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the final mock roast. I am Professor Goat, and joining me today is my friend and His Majesty King John Brick.
Hello.
Thank
For a
you,
long
everyone.
time.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us at this uncommon hour for this unique experience. Let's get right into it, shall we?
Awesome. Were you able to find where we left off last time? I'm not
I
sure if you
believe
did any in
so.
the sorting streams, but this
It's
is the
been
last actual roast left off.
Yes, it's been nearly 4 or 5 months since we've done this last. So we're just going to start from the very last one that was posted back in the end of October, and we're going to go all the way through to today if we have time. We're going to see how long we have the endurance, and I'm sure our audience has posted some tremendously disgusting and incredible mocks, and I can't wait to review each and every single one of them.
Awesome.
All
And
right,
as we
so
go,
let's see
I'll
who
be
all
giving
we
the
have.
roast badges.
Let's see who all we have here. Yes, that is correct. So this is your last opportunity to get the roast badge on the Club Brick Discord server. So if you this is your last opportunity. Skills the Noble is here. So is Bob Joe GT. Admiral Plackbar, thank you for joining us, Admiral. We are indeed going to burn all of the mocks. Bricksmania is here, TV Studios. So we have I'm sure more people will be funneling in. It probably won't be quite as active as a Friday, but we have a lot to go through. So let's start with Death Tree 24. What have we got here? So this looks like a fairly standard setup of just I guess this is a Clone Wars scene. We have a bunch of different factions. It actually reminds. I used to try to do little battle scenes with my little Clone Wars characters back in 2010, and you did a pretty decent job combining all the different elements. I like how you have the little beachfront scene, and you use like the dirt, different plates and tiles to represent the dirt, and different textures. It is, and you do have some interesting, like over here to the right side, we have this facility that I guess the clones are using. I like the incorporation of the snot elements over here to give it a little bit of extra detail. And this slight curve gives the model a bunch of extra personality. This is a very there are some advanced techniques and decently advanced techniques in this MOX, although there's a lot of room for growth, I feel like. Just like for example, just figuring out ways to integrate all these things, because it kind of feels like what you're doing is you're placing bricks on down to create the results you want rather than iterating and going through time after time to create a coherent whole. It feels like you're just stacking until you get the desired result. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just feels a little bit unpolished. This is a solid 6 or 7. This is a solid 6 mock, I'd say. And I have I am very picky when it comes to mocks like this. So reasonable, goodly, well done, Darth Tree.
Not quite enough for the badge.
I'm afraid not. I do appreciate all the little extra details you do, like the angled roof and little details like that. Add a lot of personality to the mock.
Looks like he actually left the server anyway, so I guess he's not too upset over the badge.
Okay, Epic Lego Creations is here.
Hello, welcome.
Wilberforce III says the end of a legendary series. We will continue to review various mocks. It just won't be in the future. It just won't be part of the MOC Roast brand. We'll probably most likely what will happen is we'll continue doing sorting streams, and you can send me your creations as we do the sorting streams. It'll be a little bit more personal.
To compensate, he'll be meaner than ever on Mock Hour.
When I can be on Mock Hour, I will be ruthless. I can assure you. So thank you everyone who's joined us so far, and let's keep going.
Awesome. I am following along, by the way, to give any badges, so you don't have to pause for that.
Okay, that is wonderful. So here we have, I hate this name, by the way, Kawaii Kitty. That is That is the name. So we have a werewolf minifigure. So this is just a Legend of Chima head. This is just a Legend of Chima head on a gray body. It could be white, I suppose. There isn't that much to say about this. It's literally just a anthropomorphic wolf. There's not much going on here. It's hardly a mock. I don't consider, unless you're doing something really remarkable with minifigures, I don't consider that a mock. They're like you can be truly artistic with just combining different things. This feels very basic. It's does its job in creating the werewolf character, but nothing beyond that. Okay. Wilberforce says this will be a long stream. It will be. I'm not sure how long we'll go. Most likely
Will we
we'll
do
be
a
going
part 2 if needed?
Maybe, possibly. We have hundreds, if not over 1,000 mocks to go through today, and that's going to be intense. So we're probably going to have to go fairly quickly just to fit everything in, even in 2 streams. Wilberforce says, "Goat, can you recreate the Find the Treasure meme?" I'm sure someone else will be better suited for that.
You recall that, I'm sure.
Okay, this is without the mask. I do love just how hideous that face is, kind of like a mummy wrap. Yeah, there's
a
much to
mask?
say about that one. Okay, I'm the Corbinite King. I'm not sure I've met you before, but okay, I kind of like what you're going for here. This kind of has a Batman vibe. I'm not sure if there's like the Batman wing going on here. I'm not sure if this is specifically meant to be a Batman vehicle or whether it's just using Batman parts. So, I like this a decent amount. There's a decent amount of stylistic continuity going on, but there's also a bunch of stuff that's very rough in just the shaping. The greebling looks decent, having like the little weapons up here. You have kind of a grill pattern to offset it back here, and the pipes fit together like it's feeding pressure into the cannons. That's a cool little feature. Although I suppose those could be headlights. Those could be headlights too.
That's fair.
It's just decent. And this is kind of my criticism going back to the Star Wars mock that we just see, the diorama. You'll notice that it kind of feels like you're just stacking bricks, and it's kind of like you'll have this brick here, then you'll do this slope piece on top, and it doesn't feel integrated. That's something key that you have to consider. Just how all these different shapes work together to create a coherent whole. This is just a decent. This is a 5 out of 10 mock, I would say. It does its job, but it could be substantially better, and it's decent. Okay, Emerald Plaque Bar says when Goat is able to be in the mock hours again, mock hour and mock roast should be fused.
They originally were. I mean,
we'll see what happens. We'll see how my availability looks long term.
Would you look at good cop, bad cop in every mock? I'll be nice. You'll be mean.
We'll see what happens. Bob just says cool off-road bar space buggy. Space buggy? I'm not sure. I still feel a Batman vibe from this guy. Now we have Tauros Vampiro. Oh, it's Xenon. Another Xenon mock. -5 points for either you either wrote in Sharpie on a Lego piece or you printed out one of those little stickers and wrote on that, wrote in Sharpie on that. If you're going to do that, you got to commit and just do a full custom sticker or something. And that's coming from someone who doesn't even like custom stickers. That said, like you'll notice, better integration here. Like there's this slope going on here, and then it transitions to this piece, and there's a good continuity there. It's not, it doesn't catch your eye, but it's functional. All right, so let's look at the other perspective on this guy. So here's a side view. We've seen a similar one of these from Xenon. I do really like this angle here. I think if you had some sort of tile element instead of a plate, this would be much better. It's a very unique angle. Um, and yeah, it's a few couple other things would be like this slope up here. It's kind of blocky and it just goes down by 2. If it was by 1 or 1.5, or it has some sort of slope gradient, it might work better. I do appreciate you have this little feature with the rising doors and the little Nexo tile to fill out the shaping. Those are nice touches. So all in all, this is decent. This is decent. Well done, Xenon. Crow of Judgment says, I didn't realize this started. Did we pass any of my mocks? Not that I know of. But
Not yet. I didn't know any.
Bob Joe said, GT says, the butterfly doors are always cool. Yes, absolutely. That's one of my favorite features in the mock. I hope we see more of that. All right. And for anyone sending DMs, we're just going to go straight through this. We're just going to go from oldest to newest. No time to stop, I'm afraid.
Say any comments in the public chat and I'll try to respond.
Okay, I actually really like this. Like you're using a bunch of different snot techniques to like create this very uneven shape. It's a little bit flat up here and a bit repetitive with the pattern. Like there's a dot, rock, 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 and it's a bit too neat if you're trying to do a organic surface. That said, the colors and the texture, and it feels like we're on the peak of a mountain and we just don't see below. Yeah, this is pretty good. I'd say this is at least a 7 out of 10. Can you check to see if this guy is still on the server?
Def Tree, he is not, sadly. He is in Just Lego Things though, so I could probably talk to him there.
All right. Well, he did there's definitely room for improvement, but I do like the atmosphere of this mock.
So he would have passed?
Okay. I'm not sure I'd say it quite passes, and since he's not here, we don't have to worry about that. Crow Judgment says, how long do you think the stream will be? We're probably going about 3 or 4 hours tonight at the very least. We'll see how long my endurance is and how far into this we go.
Yes, we'll split it if need be to keep the pressure sane.
I want to make sure that all the mocks we cover get time to be properly highlighted. I want each of you to get the proper criticism you deserve for your incredible and terrible mocks. Crow Judgment says, whoa, it's a Mando mock. Yeah, it's pretty cool. What's with the one sand piece 1 by 1 at the edge? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. You'll have to be more specific. I'm just going to keep moving. Okay, Skills likes this mock. I like it too. Yeah, I just think that to survive the mock roast, to survive the crucible of this stream, your mock can't just be good. It has to be impressive. It has to take my breath away.
I think this next one, by the way, X has been doing set redesigns, by the way. So that's nice, like best quality.
Okay. So
if I'm not mistaken.
All right. So I suppose this is the remake on the right side or the left?
Or they could just be like from the set he made to make 2 videos. I'm not sure what set is based on, but he was doing a ton of those for a while. So I'm thinking about one of those.
Neither of these quite look like original Lego designs. That's what was throwing me off. But these are pretty cute, actually. These are decent. Like I like how when people will take an existing set and using only those parts or only that palette of parts and try to build something new from that. This feels like something. This is a fairly creative redesign, and I love the incorporation of. I'm not sure. I can't see quite how he did this, but I love the little fins going on here. It's kind of silly, and it has a wacky early 2000s Lego vibe, and I do like that. I'm just gonna keep moving though.
Oh, Plaque Bar stuff's all at the end, he says.
All right. TB Studios says, John and Goat, how are both of us?
They're doing good.
I'm all right myself. Just a little bit busy here at Keyald Labs, but we do what we can. Well, maybe if we split into 2 streams, we'll be able to catch you. We'll see it. We'll see what happens. Skills, the Noble says, this is Junior's material. Yes, this reminds me of the era, like in the early 2000s, I believe around 2004, Lego had a World City theme. And it was aimed at like children between the ages of 6 and 10. So it does have that vibe. Love the retro space car. Yeah, it's reasonably cool. Okay, Xenon has an entirely new MOC, it looks like. Okay, not quite sure what's going on here, but I do like the colors. I like how you have like the blue as a highlight color, even though it's different blues. I love how you're using this wing piece to represent the propeller on this giant machine. Although it does feel a little bit weird to have like this propeller on top, but also have 2 more propellers on the side. That feels a little bit redundant, and I'm not quite sure what you're going for. It sends a little bit of a mixed message that would probably mess up the aerodynamics. That said, this MOC does have a pretty cool style. It does have a nice style to it. I like how you have this very narrow cockpit, and then the windscreens are actually coming out on the side. That is a very cool detail. I'm not sure whether a minifigure would actually fit inside. It is very cool nonetheless.
Crow, to answer your question, we're on Halloween right now.
Yes, this
That's
is
how far to
Halloween.
go.
Weird proportions. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit. Okay, here's a front view with the opening cockpit. I love how these open from the sides. I'm not sure how functional it would be to house a minifigure. That's my main concern. I love these little lights and the weird angle that's at. That's very cool. There's a lot of creativity in this MOC, and even though it has a kind of a wonky design. All right. Admiral Plackbar says, how many propellers do you want? Yes, exactly. More perspectives of this. I love how there's little like this cannon is mounted on the windscreen. This is ridiculous, and I love it. Okay, Xenon has a functional sniper. It has a
functional.
Wi-Fi. All right. So it's he said it's functional.
What's the range? Jeez.
Okay, it says the bipod is working. So like this little these 2 mechanisms here, those will extend and that'll allow you to aim. I'm not sure he means it'll actually launch a projectile. Okay, maybe it will. Let's see. Oh, that's a very nice and simple little Technic feature. Just having that slide out. Very nice little attention to detail. A lot of MOCists will just ignore that little feature, and I'm glad you incorporated that. That's pretty cool. Wait, it's reloading and shooting. Let's take a look at this real quick. Okay, a reload. I love when people will fit in little mechanical features. That's pretty impressive. Nerf Boy better watch out because Xenon is coming after you. I adore functional MOCs. Functional MOCs take several times longer than just doing a traditional MOC, depending on the level of attention of detail you go for. And phenomenal work, Xenon. That is thoroughly impressive. It's not the prettiest MOC, but anything with functionality, even if it's not perfectly pretty, it looks pretty impressive.
I tested this video clip. It is not a Rickroll. It is safe.
Can you be helped?
Hooray! How's it going, guys?
We are stepping through the past at what everyone has posted in the earlier months. Right now, we are
you guys
on
have
the
done the
1st
stream together.
of November.
You guys have never been to stream together, have you? You're both in the MOC Hour intro. We've never been in the same stream, I don't think.
We have been on one stream before.
I joined the Sorting stream a couple times.
Okay.
All right. Jack the Lego Maniac says, "What are my thoughts on this intro?"
Oh, that looks really cool.
Okay,
Oh,
we'll watch
that's
this
smooth.
one again.
Where's the Discord notifications blooping? Is it me or you, Pat?
Oh, it's me as always. I keep forgetting to switch it off.
All right. I love how it just has that crawling little, how the little brick kind of crawls and it just forms into your character. I'm not quite sure what the symbolism behind that is, but
He's like a Splatoon person or something. I don't know.
All right. That's pretty cool. You do have like that one little translucent piece you're using to pose. I know a lot of people who do stop motion will use like little I'm not sure what it's called, but there's some like little adhesive putty people will use to help enhance posability of minifigures. It's not something I recommend for anything else, but for stop motion, it is a very useful tool. That said, it's a pretty cool animation. Well done. TB Studios says, "Can I join?" I think we're kind of full right now, but if you would like to post a mock, you're welcome to post it in the MOC Roast channel, Roast My MOC channel on the Club Rate Discord. Until we reach the very end of the stream, you can get it in and try to get your very own MOC Roast badge.
How many people usually get the badge?
Very few.
I'd say about 5% of those who 5% of those who submit here actually get a badge, possibly less.
I know there's one very special submission someone's trying to get to be the very last one you do, and I'm not sure if they're going to manage to do it.
We'll see.
I think
we
you'll
have
like
a Transformers mock. Looks like a pistol, and it transforms into. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We've exploded with Transformers mocks since you last were on the show. Like, it's been crazy. There's so many of them now.
Autobot Trebuchet. We've had multiple very impressive Transformers themed mocks, and just the level of detail people will go through on.
There's even a Transformer me. I turn into a castle. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen that one. But again, just when you put in the extra effort of functionality of transformation feature, it significantly elevates your mock. Just the kind of looks like Han Solo's pistol. In my
John knows this character. This is Bob. Yep, I do. That's on Megatron, right? It's so cheesy in the old like 80s Transformers cartoon. This big robot turns into this tiny little pistol so someone could fire him. Like, couldn't he turn into a pistol plus a finger and shoot the gun himself? Like, I don't know.
That'd be a lot more functional.
Yes, but that keeps him from being too powerful. I don't know the lore.
One little bolt more could be the finger, but no, he has to be just a gun someone else with the push.
Let's see what we have next. Autobot Trebuchet, fantastic mock. He has the roast badge, I'm sure. Does he?
Does he? He does, yes. Well earned.
Well, this would pass. Anything with a functional feature that's well implemented.
Is this?
Again, like if I was judging it purely on aesthetics, I'd be a little bit harsher. But for the functionality and the transformation feature, this is pretty cool. Wait. This is a butterfly by Kawaii Kitty.
Welcome, Doug.
I thought it was just two put together at first.
It is two plates put together, and that's someone's excuse for. That's someone's amusing excuse for a butterfly.
It has functionality though; it can fly.
Are these the only 3 or 4 parts in your entire collection?
Probably.
I am.
Hold on, the second picture. This has to be a troll. This has to be a GoPro, man.
I want to say I'm disappointed, but at the same time, I don't want to grace this with a response.
Yes.
Bob Joe says there should be the opposite of a roast badge. Is there an
people
ash?
Try to get it. We don't want to reward it.
Is there an ash emoji?
An ash?
Like a coal, or basically what happens when you are something is burned and disintegrated? What the residue?
There's a bomb.
I'm not sure that will send the right message. I don't want to incentivize them. I want this.
There's an exploded head. There's a death one.
I'll leave that to your discretion. It looks like we have Admiral Plackbar.
I will
He's
keep
very talented.
Yes, we are well aware. Yes, SVR Derv is here. Right, finally finished the Bismarck. Again, great thanks to Elvon for the ship and for all the help and inspiration. All right, I believe we've seen earlier incarnations of this MOC.
There's a skunk badge. Would that work?
Let's not incentivize them this time. But again, just look at all of the attention to detail. I'm not a boat person, so I can't tell you exactly how authentic this is, but I'm just looking at all the little intricate greebles and features of this, and I'm blown away. I love the use of like the new little 2x2 corner curved slope piece right here. I don't believe it's actually produced in this color yet, but it is a very nice piece. I like the little sonar array, I believe that is. I'm not sure what the official designation is. The little patrol boats. There's so many little features. I'm not sure whether this is meant to be a lifeboat. That's kind of what it looks like a life preserver. Either way, all of the greebling on this, just the little curved slopes. I am a sucker for the 1x2 curved slope piece, especially the wedges. Anytime those are well integrated is just phenomenal. And
Plackbar has to have earned the badge already.
yeah, the sloping, with the wedge plates.
He doesn't have it actually. Yeah.
I don't know how, but there's so much continuity with this.
I even put the little propeller on the bottom, extra effort.
Yes. No detail is spared on MOCs like this. And
So badge for sure.
Admiral Plackbar is probably one of our top 5 builders, if not the top single builder on the entire Club Brick Discord. And
definitely,
I'm just flabbergasted by the level of attention of detail he puts into every single MOC. It looks absolutely phenomenal.
Where's my mouse? There we go.
I'm not sure whether there might be some cheating over here because like it looks kind of translucent with behind these 1x2 plates. Maybe you're just using plates to hide things. I'm not sure about that. Either way, it's a absolutely phenomenal MOC.
I will give you your roast badge now.
Hey.
All right, let's look through the other perspectives and just look at the slope. Just imagine how much time and effort it would be to get this slight angle between all these little components of the whole and just finding ways to integrate them in a smooth and consistent way. It's extremely impressive. Okay, so this is actually the trophy fig scale. So you can see, I suppose, like this character here represents how tall a minifigure or a human would be on this MOC. It's okay. Aquanium says, "Oi, thank you for joining."
Oi, oi.
All right. Mint says, "MOC Roast Season 2 with Southpat." I feel like it's kind of my thing, but I won't stop you.
Yes, people have asked to take over the show for you. I said no, it's your show.
I mean, if I'm available, I'll roll up for the laughs.
Bob Joe says, "What about a trash can badge?" I'm not opposed.
They have it. I even saw a smoking badge. There's a smoking badge and a no smoking badge. I don't know how we'll use both of them to run out of other badges to use.
Macho GT says, "Look at those small wooden boats." Yes, and the little snot techniques really add to the authenticity of all of these MOCs. These two look fairly similar in terms of perspective. Okay, I believe this has a little bit of an extra detail here with just the detailing and with the arrows. Extra little stripes. So these are slightly different variations of the MOC. This one's very subtle.
Oh, and then we get the real deal at the bottom, how it actually looks.
Okay, so this is one he made last year. This one was made over a year ago. And like you look at how there's still a pretty good slope gradient going on here. Like there's a bunch of exposed studs and it's kind of rough and unrefined. But compared to this, there's no comparison. Just the level of just the jump in quality over 1.5 years is absolutely incredible. Okay, and here's some comparison shots.
Very nice. You
Here's
nailed
a
it.
front perspective. It's
I would feel
Yeah.
safer in your creation than the actual boat.
I would challenge you to build one of these in real life. That would be an extreme challenge, but a lot of this is just quite frankly um very difficult to do in real life. But like I'm just curious how well the techniques you use would translate into the real world, because there's certain limitations you have to consider with just the physics and the connectivity and just how the bricks bend, that you can kind of fudge and still call it legal in virtual builds. And here is another image with the little striping, and it goes all the way across like that. That's peculiar. And the technical view. So this is like a blueprints, and you
Very
have a
nice.
front perspective. Oh, okay. This would be the back, and here's the front. Is the original model like? Does it have this much of like a flat? Is it this flat along the bottom, or does it sink in more? Like I was expecting it to be more curved here, or it may just be that uh, it may just be that much of a square boy from that perspective.
Blackbar, I know what you could do. You just said about getting the funds for that. You could do like a stream where you build it, and every time someone super chats, you use that to buy more pieces. So every time you get like $100 new, you buy that many new pieces and stream yourself building as far as you get.
I have many questions. I'm not even going to indulge this with a response.
Officer Stitch. So roast badge, right?
Hard pass.
I think it deserves the badge any day of the week. If you look at the intricacy and the detail and the background, I mean, and the floor, the floor, it just looks beautiful to me. The head on the floor, you know, you get this viability with the head going back and forth.
You know what? I think we've officially created the trash badge. Thank you, Cocky
People
Snake,
try to
for the
collect.
first recipient of the trash badge.
Should I actually make it? People are gonna
Yes.
try to collect.
Okay, Emerald Blackbar says one of the biggest challenges will be getting the money for the pieces. Yeah, that's a fair limitation. And like I've been collecting parts for years, and it would cost me a lot of money to make something like that. It's getting parts to do big mocks like that. It is not fun.
I can't find a trash emoji.
Cocky next says I tried to update their set IO.
Weird.
All right, this is thoroughly mediocre in my opinion.
It's another set redesign, probably. But
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a set redesign slide update using a few new techniques and parts. The thing is, if you're going to use new techniques and parts, only a couple of these parts are actually were created less than a decade ago, and the integration is the thing is Cocky Snake is he's a decent builder, and he can do better than this, I feel like. It just feels, again, stacking. You're just stacking bricks on top of each other, and you're not looking for continuity. And it may be okay if you have an extra feature going on, an extra bit of style that increases the world building, or tells a story or something other than just the raw aesthetics. But just looking at this is just thoroughly mediocre.
You don't see a trash badge though, with some creepy ones. There's a syringe badge.
I'm not a fan. Xenon says Toros Aggressivo. All right. No, I feel like we've seen a similar one to this. I like the other one much better. This one feels honestly a little bit junky. Again, I do love slopes like this, but the integration of all these different elements feels very tacky and thrown together. It feels like it feels like this is just sitting on top of this piece, and the parts aren't even pushed together properly. It's I'm not a fan of this. The spoiler's pretty cool. The
Yeah.
spoiler's cool. The
It
rest,
doesn't really look slick or realistic, does it? It just sort of looks like a bit, I don't know, blocky.
okay. This here is kind of cool. It's a little bit of an illegal connection, but it looks cool. So you get some points there. And of course, he has the overhead doors. Those are kind of cool.
New entries are coming in still.
Mint says this MOC Roast stream will make every builder spontaneously combust. That is my intention. I will be the only one left. Save Admiral Blackbar, of course. We shall continue. Cocky Snack says an alternate build. I do like alternate builds. This is a Ninjago set from, would this be 2018 or 2019? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I love when people will take the limitations of a set and try to redesign it. This is all right. There's a decent slope here and a clever use of pieces like this wing element on the side. That's a fairly cool shape, and I love how the little tooth is incorporated into it. It's not inspired, but it's reasonably cool. I like this. Not a lot, but I like it. Okay, got a back view over here. Cool little engine. I didn't know this part was actually in that set. Okay, and there's the boat.
Very nice. A fireboat seems a little contradictory, but
don't think about it. It's Lego Ninjago. They're running out of ideas. They have to keep things moving somehow. And this is a redesign of one of the newer Hidden Side sets. I like this idea for the propeller, using all these different elements. Some interesting techniques, I suppose. There's a decent amount of snot. The integration is just not great. I especially like this little piece. I'm not sure if this is in the official set, but having a little joystick or handle to control the flight is a pretty cool feature. Okay. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, and I won't dare to do so, and I do not approve of that image. Okay, so we have a Mario Kart MOC. It was only a matter of time. This is really cute. Just how it kind of has a chibi vibe to it. How bulky and round and fun it feels.
I don't think it's the only one to do one. Morgoon did one of these as well, a few of them.
Yeah, I honestly like. I think that I'm not a fan of the Lego Super Mario visually. I think the feature of the electronic Super Mario is really cool and innovative. I don't find it fun myself, but I think just the concept of actually building physical Mario stages and combining the virtual and physical. This is the only way Lego successfully done that. It's not my cup of tea, but I really like that. And this, I feel like this Mario Kart fits the style of the Lego Super Mario character.
Yeah, definitely. Well. They could make that into a real set. I mean, the back wheels would probably need to be a bit bigger and the front would need to be a bit smaller. But apart from that, it's pretty cool.
I just like how rounded and adorable this MOC feels. I like this. It's not the most technically complex MOC, but it feels there's a good continuity to it. And quite frankly, I'd say this passes the MOC roast. Wait.
Fair play.
Whoops.
Whoa.
What happened?
What was that all about?
What?
Oh.
What? We are losing control.
So the Mario Kart passed.
We are back.
So sorry. Mario Kart passed?
Yes, Mario Kart passes. It's I really like that MOC.
Ahoy hoy.
DKS Bricks has posted a MOC from over 3 months ago. So Is that one of those chrome pieces?
Oh, or it could be
Yes.
the end of his pen. It could be the edge of his pen.
No. This was, I believe this was a set. It was produced in chrome only in the Lego Star Wars Episode 1 Naboo Starfighter.
Oh, I'm gonna look that up actually.
Yeah,
I
it's
remember that
a
now.
really cool set. It's one of the, like, it has a bunch of exclusive chrome elements. I'm not sure if that's actually what it's from, but this is phenomenal as always. DKS bricks is very hard to roast properly just because the sheer scale it does. Like DKS, I'd say is on about the same level as Admiral Plaque but they operate in totally different realms. It's hard to compare the physical realm with the virtual because there's different limitations you have to
Yeah.
consider. For example, you have to get all the physical resources. You also have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
consider the implications of the geometry, of the weight of the wings, and all these other extra features with physical mods.
And he's
There's
gotten
so
more
many-
ambitious.
There's so many other features you have to consider other than just the pure aesthetics and getting the bricks to click together virtually.
I think his
Yeah.
current project's like 6 feet long, even his newest plane.
I
He's
think
working-
I think with a great builders, Bizarro's got to be up there, hasn't he, with his cities?
Bizarro, yes. If he stopped wrecking his cities every time, though, when he finishes them, like,
Skills
Yeah.
the Noble says the Mario Fock is really well done, but it's too simple and could use some more creativity. I agree that it's simple, but I think that the simplicity works to its advantage because Lego Super Mario himself is sort of blocky and simple. I think that the two fit together. It meshes stylistically. If it was just this vehicle without the Super Mario, I don't think it would work. But I like the continuity. I love how all these different parts go together. It's not the most singularly creative mock out there, but it's very consistent, and that's why I like it. That is partially just my bias. John says ahoy.
Ahoy hoy. No, you're right. It's from the Naboo UCS set 100026.
Okay. He says that's a Monkey Kid set. I think he was referring to one of Cocky Snake's mocks. It was definitely a Ninjago set. I remember that one. But Monkey Kid is a really cool theme that's criminally overpriced.
yes,
It's
definitely.
criminally underrated and criminally overpriced. Let's say that.
Bad combination.
Let's keep going. I'm sure we'll see an updated version of this mock down the road, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. No strong feelings about this one. I'm concerned.
I think this is
Very
functional, if I remember.
Functional in what way?
I think it's like an engine, but I don't think he
An engine
devised a
for
purpose.
what?
I don't think he devised a purpose for the engine yet. I think it spins that.
Oh yeah, this is cool. Yeah, no, in the long run it goes whoosh really quick later on. It's all right, I think. Nothing special, but pretty decent.
There was a video of it somewhere, but maybe he didn't post it in there.
Yeah, unless I see the video, I am not convinced. It looks like a jumble of bricks. It looks like a 6-year-old threw it together and just used Technic elements as glue, basically. Okay. Big Oof Bunny, one of our very talented builders, has the Luxardo Wedge drone. As large starfighters fly ahead, the wedge switches underneath, protecting itself with the capital ships as shields. Right? Releases a well-aimed missile at a turret. I believe that means a target, spinning it off the ship. All right. I like the different snot techniques. It's a fairly smooth design. Got a bit of a gap here. I think that adds to the effect. Sort of fudging the line of what's legal with the rubber band here. But I love how it has a continuity with this black stripe here. And you have a little antenna here. It fits with the drone theme fairly well. This is pretty good. Not one of Bunny's best, but it's really cool.
Very sleek.
Crow Judgment says, my personal opinion is digital designer is kind of cheating because the bricks connect together no matter what techniques you use. I don't think that's necessarily true. Number one, I believe that Admiral Plaque Bar uses Studio. I'm not 100% sure on that. But you can cheat with stuff like Digital Designer. There's some very weird, let's say, eccentricities with the Digital Designer that allows you to do some things that just physically are not possible. That said, their Digital Designer and Studio allows you to do things on a scale that is very impractical for most of us, and that is why I believe it is a very valuable tool for Lego builders. And any good Lego builder, anyone who has a good understanding of Lego MOCs, can at least gauge roughly how a digital MOC will translate into real life. So you'll know what works and what doesn't. It doesn't take into effect things like gravity, and you may miss a connection or something like that, and all these things have to be considered when determining whether a MOC will be viable physically in the real world. The Meta Enthusiast says, "Is this the finale? Goat should roast his past builds and talk about what he wants to change them."
Might not be time to add on, but that could do something like a sorting stream or something.
That's a good idea. Well, how about we look at some of my old MOCs on a sorting stream? I also want to build. I have most of the parts to build a Galaxy Explorer, the original Lego Classic space set, the one that Benny's Spaceship is based on. And I found almost all the parts to build one, and I might build that on stream, either sometime in the near future.
You know something? I just realised all three of us have been on the Met Enthusiast podcast at one point or another.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Pretty witty banter.
All right, DKS Bricks. I know I've seen this one before. I'm not sure what's changed on it, but just look at. I really like the slope on this. There's a bit of a gap here that I'm not too fond of. I think that could have. I think that could have been handled slightly better. I can't.
How would you close that gap up?
Honestly, I wouldn't go for, like, he's trying to move. He's using a hinge piece to kind of push it forward to create this continuity. What I would do is, I wouldn't have done that hinge. What I would have done is, because it's too narrow for you to really get that detail. But what I would have done is I would have done something more like this. How it kind of goes bump, bump. I would have done bump, bump, bump.
You can actually have an opening door that turns into like a little entry ramp. I wonder if this is one of the ones.
It looks like this could open up potentially. I don't think it would. I'm not 100% sure.
The ones he does, they rarely blend in. You can't really tell unless they open up.
Yeah, it's phenomenal detail. That's my only real complaint with this MOC. It's stunning. All right, there's this MOC. I really don't have any strong feelings about this.
Skip it.
Yeah, it's cocky snick. Not your best. Sammy has this assemblage of parts that vaguely resembles a tree.
Vaguely.
I thought it was a wheelchair at first or something.
If you fail to build
something, it looks like a wooden wheelchair with a wooden tree wheelchair.
If you fail to build something that can be a single piece, you know you're not doing something right.
Like, I'm just baffled. Again, this goes back to the assemblage of parts, which is just, it feels like you're just stacking parts until you get something you want.
It's sometimes like a tree after a storm.
Yeah, this feels like you're a jumble of parts. You can recognize it as a plant-like thing just because of the parts used and the colors. But that's the only way you can tell that this is a plant thing. There's nothing about the shaping itself of these parts that says, okay, this all these parts flow together and this is organic. It feels very jumbled.
The print on the little tree arms look quite cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure which set this was from, but it's there's a lot of cool parts in here, and Sammy, it's you could use them in other creative ways, like using these snot parts, for example. You're using it for a jumper plate. you could find ways to integrate like this wedge piece and this 1x4 curved slope and try to find ways to mesh them together to create something more complementary. There's ways you don't have to do that, but just looking at this, it feels very jumbled and very messy.
It just doesn't look like a real tree.
All right. Stocked Marine, chonky crime suppression units, budget
It's
cuts.
chunky.
This looks okay.
Yeah, it looks okay, but it's just okay. There's there's a nice little functionality with this open door. It's very basic, but it's a cool little angle that you went for. The stacked bricks for the windscreen is functional. The snot techniques up here are functional. This is a very functional MOC, but it's also not fun to look at all. It's very it's there's nothing about this MOC that just screams, whoa, this is cool. This is an interesting concept. This is usually in a MOC you either want one of two things. You can say either, whoa, this is incredibly cool and detailed, or you can say, whoa, this is weird and interesting. And this is just average in presentation, and it does its job, but it doesn't do anything more than that. That's all I'll say.
I mean, it's cool that the front metal bit sticking out. Oh, what's it called? The
the bumper.
Yeah.
The rail guard.
Because usually riot vans would have that sort of thing to stop people getting in the way or get past cars.
Like, there's a decent amount of attention to detail with the functionality, but it's very blocky and uninspired in terms of building techniques and just how visually interesting it is.
Yeah, they could have been a lot more creative.
Yeah. The subject matter has been done a decent amount. It's good, but it's just like it's that's the thing. It's competent. This is a competent MOC, but it's not something that I want to say. I find it doesn't draw my eye.
Yeah.
People are asking for the Club Brick Anarchy server.
Aren't we close enough to one already? All the chaos you guys get away with.
Crow of Judgment says, "Go, do you have any opinions on the 2021 Imperial Shuttle?" I've only glanced at it. I don't have any strong opinions on it at this time. That may change later. I haven't been following Lego Star Wars too much lately because a lot of it is remakes of sets that we've seen before and sets that we've seen better. I'll still be interested in newer Star Wars sets like the UCS A-Wing. The UCS A-Wing is really cool.
Can I just say my quick opinion on the shuttle? It's a bit annoying that they didn't have an arm printed Vader. That's a bit of a piss take when it's a fairly expensive set, not massively expensive, but they had a printed arm Vader in the Emperor's throne room. So you think they'd try and continue that and make the Vader more detailed, but I suppose they're wanting to be exclusive. Overall, it just looks like another shuttle, really. The same as the one before, really. Not really any more features, and the not the cockpit, but the little room is a bit small on this one, I'm pretty sure. So yeah.
Yeah, I haven't paid enough attention to it to have an informed opinion. I think we've reviewed this on a mock hour, so I think I've talked about this one before, but this is greebling heaven. Greebling is something that's very difficult to do, and making it look natural. Greebling basically is taking a bunch of smaller parts and integrating them to look like they're very small details, like pipes, like all these different pipes. They look very functional and practical with all the details put into them. It's all those little details that add up together to create very unique and interesting dynamics, like this hinge piece for the cannon. That is extremely, extremely detailed and interesting to look at visually. And this is an astonishing MOC. I question how well it would work in the real world. That said, it's really, really cool. I could spend several minutes just dissecting all the clever little techniques, like to get this slope here using the arm, and how that's actually part of the piping. It's really cool.
So is that meant to be from Lego Universe, or is this an original creation?
This is an original creation. It could be a Titanfall. If you look closely, this looks like it's the body of a mech. Note the arm joints here, and there's looks like a cannon overhead, and this looks like it goes on front, like kind of like a Warframe thing. Is Warframe a mech thing? I have no idea. Or Titanfall? I have no idea. I don't.
It's a connecting piece.
Titanfall's like big robots, Warframes, just like
Yeah.
little people running around.
Is it enough for the badge though?
Absolutely, that gets the
Absolutely.
badge.
Awesome.
I thought you meant that one got the badge then. I thought, what the hell?
No. It looks like is this one wrench? Great. I'm getting them confused in my head now. I think that's wrench. Wrench's head on the Space Police body. That's not a mock. You stuck a Space Police 3 character's head on a Space Police character's body. You don't get any points for that. That is not novel or creative.
It's got a lot of fire symbols though.
And Urza 100 has posted what, as far as I can tell, is either a set or a set on a custom base. You don't get points for posting a set on a custom base. It's not a bad set. It's not a bad base. But it's not that impressive or creative otherwise. Like if the base is custom, it looks functional. It looks good. Just the level of detail in these different slope gradients. Yeah, this is definitely a custom base, I'd say. Yeah, the base is pretty cool. And we have the Corviknight King. I really don't know what I'm looking at. Well, like you're doing a Doc Ock thing with like a robot character using a bunch of Marvel parts, and he has
grappling hook, arrow, chainsaw, and a Thor hammer.
This
makes no sense.
Yeah, it feels like a jumble of parts trying to look cool. I do not feel anything about that at all.
I wouldn't call it Dr. Overboard. I'm sorry, Overbuild, Harcronium said.
His name is, we'll call him Dr. Overboard, because this is an Overboard mock that has no continuity whatsoever.
Yes,
and he
not
uses the
Overbuild.
Mr. Gold, Chrome Gold, for the main character.
Oh no.
That is ridiculous. Harcronium says, why am I thinking of Dr. Overbuild? Because Dr. Overbuild stole Doc Ock's arms. Like Doc Ock in the LEGO Universe concept art for Dr. Overbuild, he actually had 4 arms just like Doc Ock. So there's a little bit of leeching of ideas there, even if I think Dr. Overbuild is a cool character. Guys want an explanation of it? Little spoilers. Harcronium says Warframe isn't exactly a mech thing. I'm just wrong. Admiral Plackbar says Greebling can be really annoying to make. I get Vietnam flashbacks from the Lucre Hulk. Like, I generally avoid Greebling because that's not what I like to look for in a mock. I appreciate it. It's just not my area of expertise. I like making smooth things. I like things with very consistent slopes. But if you can make a Greebling and make it look consistent, you're doing something I can't, or at least I can't do well without really overthinking it. Bob Joe says, I think it's Yellow Jacket from Ant-Man. Yellow Jacket didn't have those stupid tools. Juan the Great.
Any points off for a dirty floor?
Well, it's not his name is a misnomer. He's called Juan the Great, but nothing about this mock screams great. This is...
Look at that laptop in the background.
That's not a laptop.
It's like a preschool. It's like a toy one, isn't it?
Yeah, it really says a lot about the age of this person, doesn't it?
Think you can watch Mock Hour on that?
Or the intellectual realm that this child inhabits.
I think it was Pat. You just offended him.
Yeah. You're only allowed to make mocks like this if you're 6 years old. If you're anything over the age of 6, I have severe judgment for you. This
What is this pool noodle doing out as well?
of parts.
There's a pool noodle just sitting out in the middle of the room, like it's a regular toy you use.
And keep in mind, this would have been posted in the late fall, early winter. So why do you have a pool noodle out? Do you have any cleanliness in your space at all? My lab may be cluttered. There may be Lego everywhere, but it is organized. What's the deal? I have severe judgment for people who can't spend more than 5 minutes making a mock. Corviknight, just stop. All right.
It hurts to look at.
Igami, that I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'm probably butchering that, but hello. Man Enthusiast says Yellow Jacket has become a plumber. I like that. Bob Joe GT says, "Oh no." Hercronium says, "Have you become Gordon Ramsay?" No. Although he has the right idea. Some people just deserve to be humiliated in the most egregious way possible, such as the individual who made this abomination. But seriously, I don't know a thing about cooking, but Gordon Ramsay's outbursts are fun. I'll say that. The Real Red Dragon of Club Brick, Greek Temple. There's not too much to say about this. This is a very functional and internally consistent mock, but
Low piece count.
Low piece count. There's to do a small mock that gauges visual interest is very difficult. Like if you look at this, you automatically think of Greek architecture. So it does its job, but that's all it does. It's only functional. It's all right. Nothing special. Not bad. Real Dragon of Club Brick. No opinions beyond that.
I remember seeing this one like Minifigure Week, I think. Clear they wanted you to see it as well.
I have seen it, and I wish I haven't. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Oh my goodness. What are they putting the legs on the bottom?
And another thing is this minifigure has a tail. This is the cheetah character's body and the cheetah tail, and it has the mermaid tail together. And it has little legs underneath them. I will say there's a level of effort in just how abhorrent and degenerate this character is. I would actually call this character a mock just because of how unique it is, but that does not do it any favors. This is a mock in the negative direction, so this is below just sticking a original Lego minifigure. This is well below that. This is garbage.
Crow in the chat, I would not recommend that. Goat would not be happy.
All right. Emerald Blackbar says that small temple would be good for a whole micro scale mock for an ancient Athens. I agree. And I'm not going to but I can't give you points for giving me an idea that says, hey, this would be cool in an even bigger mock that's detailed and well thought out. But I wouldn't mind seeing a recreation of ancient Athens. That would be a cool mock if anyone wants to do that, or if anyone's already doing that. Mint says, Club Brick Minecraft server when? That's to you, Your Majesty.
I told you guys, anytime you want, I'm just not going to run it. It's my only condition.
All right. We have a mock here. All right. This is kind of cool. I like the angle of these wings here. And it's a little bit crude with, say, these little plates up here, and how this, like, it's very strange how this is supposed to be like the headlights. It kind of stretches back, and it's also acting as the bumper. The headlights
Kind
are
of
acting as the
combined them, yeah.
bumper. It's really weird. That said, I do like this line and how it kind of envelops the cockpit. That's kind of cool. So kind of cool shaping going on there. A cool perspective here. That's kind of cool. I like the snot techniques going on here. There's some good concepts here. It's not a good continuity overall, but there's some good concepts, and I like those ideas. I like some of those ideas. And it says, all right, I'm going to run a vanilla Anarchy Club Brick Minecraft server.
Go right ahead.
Anarchy Minecraft server.
I'll even play on it. Just don't make me run it. It's the only thing I have.
Okay, Cocky Snack has posted a really junky Space Police 3 mock.
Another set redesign, maybe? Or...
No. This is just an assemblage of parts. It's really junky.
It's like the leftover parts from all the sets you got in the theme.
Yeah, this is you got a bunch of it's like you have 3 different Space Police 3 sets. I'll use all these different parts and I'll just throw them together and make a little speeder. That's what this is. I have no feelings beyond that.
Exo could be so talented at building sometimes. Every time he's just so lazy like this. I think he does it on purpose.
He has to save up his talent.
Yeah.
You can't use it on every mock. So sometimes he just has to crap something out like this piece of junk.
He only tries hard for Exo Force.
Yeah, it's kind of exhausting.
What do we have here?
So the Real Red Dragon Club
Pirate Week.
All right, here's Pirate Mock, the Treasure Island. It's a small island with a treasure chest and a shipwreck. Here's the views of all 4 sides. Grammar.
Pirate Week.
If you're going to do a mock this small, I gotta judge you for grammar. Sorry. But like the colors and the theme is very apparent. This is clearly a treasure hunt on a very small island, but there's nothing interesting technique wise. I like how the treasure is kind of hidden, but you're only hiding it with a plate. I understand that you may have limitations with the parts you have at your disposal, and that may limit kind of what you're able to do, but it's really... Oh, this is kind of like it's part from a boat. This is like it's a crash boat that's kind of integrated into landscape. That's kind of cool conceptually. That said, it's also very, very, very junky and very, very simple. It's an assemblage of parts. You have a bunch of different parts and you're just clicking them together, and that's it. To survive the mock roast, you have to surpass the assemblage of parts mentality. And this mock does not do that. All right, the treasure, which is you have a bunch of golden parts and you shove it in a treasure chest. It makes sense. You don't get any extra points for that.
Let's find the treasure. Follow me.
Are you enjoying yourself, Your Majesty?
Well, pirates came up, so I had to do something. I was saving my moment.
I'll be honest, I didn't even notice that these were actually prisoner outfits for a moment, because that kind of does feel like it would be what a pirate would wear. On closer inspection, it does look a little awkward, but it works pretty well. If you don't have actual pirate minifigures, that's a good way to do it.
Run this way! Oh, it's tilted! Help! Help! Go to the island! It's right behind us!
Okay, I'm done.
His Majesty is currently indisposed. He had to go do something. So let's continue. Rick was here. Please roast this goat. All right. So honestly, there is... Harconium says, Johnny, you're so lucky I got open sound, but that scared me. Yes, His Majesty is a tyrannical monarch sometimes. Someone was wearing headphones. I was wearing headphones. And okay, back to the mock. there isn't that too much to say about this. This is very, very functional, and also very, very simple. It's a nice minifigure scale you got going here. I like how when people use like this 1x2 piece panel piece as the windscreen. But other than that, it's there. It's very barren. It's not. It doesn't engage me visually. I'd say there's some cool parts used, but it doesn't catch my eye. Like you could probably look at some of our other vehicle builders for inspiration there. This feels very bare bones. Part of it is because of the scale you're working at. I understand, but even with the scale, you can do better. His Majesty has returned from his hiatus. Are you feeling better, Your Majesty?
I am.
All right. Shall we continue?
We should. Good idea.
Okay. I have many questions. I guess this is also for Pirate Week. So we have some pirates over. I guess that's supposed to be Jack Sparrow and a Yeti and what? You're just throwing parts together and calling it a scene, and that's not even Lego, for the record. That's a knockoff. That's a knockoff jail cell. You could perfectly make a Lego jail cell. That actually requires something called effort. I know that's something you have in short supply, but it's something you may want to consider if you actually want to be good at building. Now, where were we?
I have a question.
Maybe I should just have what?
I have a question.
Yes.
An anonymous person sent me this photo, and it seems to raise some interesting questions about Professor Godt and your relationship. So I want to know what the story behind this image is. Did he help you create your masterpiece? It appears to be Professor Godt.
I'm not sure where you got that image, but I swear that was deep faked. He had no input on the Nexus temple assembly.
He must have snuck over for a photo quickly or something.
This is libel. Look, if you continue spreading word about this, even if you are the monarch, I will have to sue.
Okay, I'll destroy the evidence. I mean, the false evidence.
All right. Crow Judgment said maybe I should have recorded that pirate video clip with a lower audio. Maybe
it's true. You gave me that.
TB Studio says there was a pirate week.
There'll be another one, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they'll cycle through from time to time. But Bob Joe says the Nexus Temple will be coming back in this stream. Interesting. All right, Admiral Pipebar has a diorama build. This is a slight departure. I believe I've seen this one. I might have even talked about it. But this is how you do a proper diorama build. A lot of these colors and techniques aren't feasible in real life. Like this little piece is used for horns on various Lego animals. And so it doesn't exist in this shade of green. I believe this would be sand green. But the way that all these parts are integrated, like the little mushroom designs, all this is very, very cute. I love how you use the 1x2 tiles to represent water, how there's dirt underneath it. It gives it a nice texture. And you have the olive green for the ground, the surface. It has studs and it feels very organic. And that's not to say anything about the tank, just all the different slopes. And like the studs exposed are very strategic to get the exact shaping that's needed. I'm just blown away by the level of detail that goes into these MOCs. This was like 3 or 4 months ago.
Yes, this was a long while back.
Yes, we are still significantly in the past.
We'll do one again, don't worry. And I did promise when Kong vs. Godzilla comes out, we'll do some sort of theme based on that, so you guys can post your monkey builds you've been eager to post.
Mint says, this is MOC Roast. Only Goat's opinion matters. Correct. All right, let's get back to it. Look at some of these other perspectives. Got some little extra weapons here in case your arsenal isn't complete.
No, is it enough for the badge? But I guess Black Bar already has it, so it's not very.
Black Bar has had the badge several times over. And just look at this. I guess these would be sunflowers over here. And it looks like someone forgot to remove a single tank tread over here. Naughty. But other than that,
I never noticed that.
Yeah. Other than that, like I love just landscapes. And I'm not good at building landscapes myself. That's why I find them so interesting. So very well done. Bob Joe says, I really love the ground build. Me too. It's very detailed. And again, this is another advantage of virtual building. You can do things in parts that may not necessarily exist in Lego, or a part that may be so rare that it only exists in one set, and there's only one part of that in each set. But to get a bunch of them is very impractical. Here's a back view. Very nice renders, and I love this little Nexo wedge. I love Nexo wedges. I love how deep and angular they are. Your Majesty.
What happened?
I think you're having connectivity issues. I think your computer may be compromised actually, and maybe Professor Godt. You may need to have your machine looked at. You may actually just want to rebuild it to play it safe.
I'll do that.
TB Studios says, Goat, later on you will see my Godzilla mech, Godzilla, 3 different Godzilla, monster truck, etc. All right, look forward to that. Harcronium says it probably came off while rolling through the land. Very possibly. Emerald Blackbar says the tank track is just to help get other tanks in the diorama. Okay, so it's just for, you're just leaving it in there to connect it. All right, still, it would have been cool if you hit that for the render. I understand though, as functionally. Okay, anyone who talks here would be muted. Where's the mute button?
You give them the shame premium roll and it mutes them.
Uh-huh.
But considering they talked in Christmas time, I think it's a little late.
All right, the Red Dragon of Club Brick. Some illegal Lego techniques I found on the internet and decided to try them out.
Oh no.
Like, the thing is, these are illegal, but these are not the most illegal. I do not recommend anyone use these techniques except as a last resort. This one especially. This one is no good. This one I can tolerate. But still, there's other ways you can do interesting snot connections like that. You don't have to resort to that. When you do illegal techniques, there's a reason illegal techniques are illegal. Basically, you're doing, when you use a Lego part in a way that it isn't physically designed, it puts unnatural stress on the brick, and that may cause it to deform, or it'll destroy the clutch power on the brick faster than it normally would. So you're risking destroying your brick or potentially damaging them. Not that doesn't happen anyway, but it creates unusual pressure that the brick wasn't designed for.
Crow, I saw what you sent me in DMs. I'm not sure what to make of it.
TB Brick says, I meant gorilla, not 3 different Godzillas. All right.
Crow sent me an interesting thing from Bricklink, but I don't think you want to see it.
Because of mute of talking in the featured channels, I DM'd him why he left, and he asked me if I could post.
Clear, he's back now.
Yep. So I didn't make these. Cocky did. All right.
That's Exo.
And again, this is where Cocky Snake shines. This reminds me of a very specific. I'm going to remove my headset. My brain needs to breathe. But this reminds me of a very specific Exo4 set done in the style of the 3rd year Jungle Wave, which is pretty cool. I like the use of the different claws, and it has this giant stinger, very appropriate for the arachnid theme, and it has a little bit of a flyer back here. And like the third wave of Exo Force had this gimmick where they had a little detachable robot. All right, and this front cockpit is kind of smooth. It fits very well into the style of Exoforce. This is decently cool. I like it.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, no strong feelings beyond that. It's just pretty cool.
Crow gave me a good idea for a video. What he sent me, actually, he sent me, it was a Lego piece on Bricklink, and it just says DICK on it. It's like a 1x2 plate. I'm like, that can't be a real piece, but it actually is. It's I guess, mean Dick Grayson and Batman. But there is a Lego tile that just says Dick on it, though. It's an official piece.
That
Gives you an
find
idea
that and
for video.
send me an image. I'm curious because
We
I
could
should
use
be able
that
to
for
identify.
video. Do a video on like Lego set pieces that shouldn't exist or something. Yes, I will give you a link to that.
Just share your screen and I'll pull it up. Okay, so this work in progress skeleton of the invisible hand from Star Wars. I'm not sure which vehicle we're talking about here. This feels like an assemblage of parts. Maybe this is just structural. When it's just structural, it's okay if it looks junky because the exterior is going to look nice and polished.
So yes, this is what Crow showed me. This is an official piece, the Dick tile.
This is the Dick, and yes, I believe that is. If you look for him, the set it's from.
Only $1.
Yeah, it's the Bat Cave, right? I figured it might be that one just by the font. It gives you that impression.
Imagine if there was like a comment section on here. What it would be like?
All right. So yeah, real Red Dragon plates of a Red Dragon of Club Brick. I need to see the final product, but so far I'm not impressed. Just Snack Poop, a world where animals and fish run everything and eat humans.
I forget what the theme was this week. I think it was like conflict or something like that. And
like here we are back in another assemblage of parts, and he's just reusing the same characters like Jabba.
There was some funny things in it, but yeah, build overall.
Here's the thing: you don't have to just spam and use all of your characters for a mock. If you just use a couple of them, your eyes will naturally be drawn to those characters, and you'll think about them more. It'll create more meaning to the individual actions.
The most horrifying part is Patrick. If you zoom in on him from SpongeBob, it's like the most terrible face choice. I think he's in the second image. Like he has like chocolate over his face, but they're like eating a minifigure, so it looks like it's like guts or something, and it's horrible. One of the images zooms in on him, pretty sure.
I'm
probably a little down.
I do not like this. Again.
Yes, that's
it's like funny and disturbing, but yeah. Again, these characters don't look like they belong together.
That might have been illegal mock week. That's what it might have been for.
I will say it is highly illegal. Highly illegal. Don't make mocks like this, even for an illegal mock week. It's not even illegal building techniques. This is it just looks bad.
It might have even won. I'm not even sure. Because he won 2 different mock hours.
He's won?
He's won twice. He's one of the leaders somehow. I think he's won like Butt Ugly Minifigure Week and illegal mock week.
There has to be some kind of nepotism going on because he's conspiring. There's no way any of these mocks pass.
Oh my goodness. There's a Tauntaun even
Monster Week.
My goodness. It was Monster Week? Okay. Monster Week. Got it.
Okay, this is cool, but it's also from a set, so you don't get points for that. Even that character's from a set, I believe, so you don't get points for that. You used the Sarlacc pit from one of the I'm not sure which specific set this is, but you don't get points for that because you're just using parts from a set. Don't make an assemblage of parts. Mock out when you're making a mock, you should try to expand beyond that. The most original thing you did with this mock, other than the situation that the minifigures are in, is stacking a wall. That's the most advanced building technique that you yourself use.
Yes. Pat is our most overrated builder at the moment, but he does do some cool stuff sometimes.
Okay, Technic Monster Max update. All right, let's take a quick look at this. Oh, this is that suspension thing? I'm not sure. Was this some sort of suspension system for the vehicle? I think we've
remember.
seen this. I've seen an image of this. But again, I'm curious to see how this looks when it's complete, because there's a lot of detail clearly in how all these parts are organized to create suspension, while also incorporating a motor. That is very difficult to do if you're not very experienced with Technic. And I'm saying this as someone who's not especially experienced with Technic. So, yeah, I look forward to seeing what that turns into. 747 Technics. Im says, "Are you going to check DMs?" Not for this. I'm just going over. We just have
Say it in the
time
chat.
we just have time to go through this right now. You can send His Majesty something if it's very important.
Or just
Cronin
talk in
says,
the chat.
"This is concerning." It is indeed.
Next pick is Chaos. Let's take a look.
I think he was referring to a previous month. There's a delay on the stream, of course. So Lackland says, God, please roast this goat. What Brit gore will finally be worthy of a roast?" Okay. There's some interesting snot techniques. I like this pattern a lot, actually. That said, it's a cool technique, but I don't know what this is a part of. It's I'm suckers for snot techniques like this, but what is this from? What is this for? Good parts and good techniques, but there's no context, and without context, you don't have a full MOC. You just have a bunch of parts techniques. Xenon says, "I guess this is also
But I'd be a
once
minifigure
a
week. It could be. I can't even tell them apart. We had so many bad themes.
Yes,
Some people recycled their entries.
and a lot of people who should never touch a minifigure again, quite frankly.
There was one held together with chewed gum, and it still didn't win.
And it still didn't win, you say?
It still wasn't good enough to be the worst Butt Ugly minifigure.
Admiral Plackbar says it's part of a ship. The ship will probably pass MOC Roast, I'll say that. But I'll have to see the whole thing. I'm very impressed with this technique itself, because I'm a sucker for those bracket pieces. I got to see the whole thing. This tiny snippet itself shows you have talent, but what are you doing with it? Oh boy. So some people are going through in real time. Frey Diddy has posted an assemblage of sets. You don't even do an assemblage of parts. You take a set and you just lay out minifigures, and they're all licensed minifigures. Have some originality, please. Just a little bit. I don't ask for much, I swear. This is good. It's a bunch of sets. I've never seen that before. This is amazing. Wonderful.
This is for Santa's Struggles Week. That's what it was. He's trying to, I guess Santa's trying to deliver a present through this theme.
Yeah, he's struggling because he's put in a MOC with a bunch of sets.
That Blackbearded guy's meant to be Santa. I remember it.
A diorama using only sets and nothing else is not a MOC. If you make a custom diorama that uses sets, that can be a MOC. But this is not a MOC. Please make MOCs for MOC Roast and MOC Hour. This is garbage.
Poor Pat.
We're back, Pat.
Like, I feel like this is the physical representation of Pat at this point.
Good thing he left before we got to all his builds.
Oh, he has coal. Like, I think this coal should be reserved for Pat at this point.
If we could find a coal badge.
This is just disgusting. He has to make stuff this bad on purpose. There's no way an adult human being would make something that a 6-year-old would scorn like this.
Well, that's what happens when you snack poop too much, I guess.
DCast Brick says, at the time I got showed, this gets showed in MOC Roast, I will have forgotten it existed.
DKS,
Yep, most likely. I'm sure you've forgotten. I like the use of these wheels. A lot of people don't know that a lot of these smaller wheels actually fit together.
that's all we changed from a regular motorcycle. Like,
Yeah, like I wouldn't even count this as a mock, but I do like pointing out that that part is legally allowed to go on that, and that's all I have to say. This is cool. So I
this is a country landing on the moon that's never been there.
Whoa. Has posted this little. Oh, this is an island. See, it's kind of surrounded by water.
But they have an astronaut.
Maybe it's an alien water planet. That would make sense. Where you can't
What is
breathe.
that? France got there, or?
So this is kind of cool. Like it's got a bunch of exposed studs, but it has a very it has a nice style to it because the studs exposed have a continuity to them. It's very consistent with where the studs are placed, like having them facing outwards, having them on the top. It looks kind of cool. I like this. It's from Planet Yes. This is Planet Yes. Okay. I like that. Not quite MOC Roast material, but it's kind of cool. Elite 340 has posted this heap of garbage. Yeah, I can't say it's a total heap of garbage. There's a bit of a red streak going on here. So there's a little bit of continuity with the color and the line. This feels like a lawnmower race car.
Well, Elite's usually pretty talented. He's won before.
Yeah, it's
not with this, but
no, there's nothing too special about that.
I'm not sure about the wheels either.
Maybe the moon, but on water. It's Planet Yes. We'll say that's what it is. All right, let's keep going. All right, micro version of a spaceship from Classic Space. MOC is not based off of any sets. Okay.
It's the color scheme.
This is kind of cool. Yep, it's definitely the Classic Space color scheme. I'm honestly not a huge fan of these this here. These little wing flaps, the
like
flags.
Flags of more, yeah.
Well, they come out a little bit too far, and because of how they're shaped, it kind of sticks out. It does
a little too square.
Yeah. And the thing is, like the classic spaceships were kind of blocky, but they weren't square. That's the thing. Not like this. Normal day at the office. All right.
For who? Who's that?
Like this is decent. I like when people will use like these little jumpers to represent drawers or this little trash can technique. It's been around for several years. It's good to see that. Yeah, it's all right. Pretty good. Oh, this is clever. Using like the little grills to represent speakers. That's like this is simple but clever parts usage. I like this a good amount. This is pretty cool. All right. Here's a Safari Jeep. And this is very, very average, I'd say. There's nothing.
A lot of basic brick usage.
Yeah, a lot of basic brick uses. You use snot parts to represent the headlights and the back, and that's a fairly standard thing to do. It's very functional, and I'm afraid I don't have too much else to say about this. It's stacking bricks with a few standard vehicle techniques, and not by far not the worst. There's definitely an understanding of basic Lego building techniques, but that's all I can say about that. Here is a very ugly scene to look at.
By Mr. Just Snack Poop again. Scrolling right past.
Legend Battler has posted this monstrosity. I suppose this would be from the Infinity War Milano vehicle from the Avengers. So that's I like the angle of these wings. I love when things are at a slight angle. It makes things a little bit more interesting and dynamic to look at when you have an angle like this. That said, it's kind of junky. Like these wings are extremely thick, and you can do thick wings, but it doesn't feel like that has a purpose. You have kind of a black stripe going on there. I suppose that would be like engines. I'm not sure. And this central section here is very blocky. Again, you can have blocky spaceships and have it look cool, but this is not it. Especially when you have this rounded cockpit and you see the rest of it is so blocky. It's not that impressive. All right, Bob Joe says the ultimate tribute to MOC Roast and Professor Goat coming up soon. How far along are we?
I think we're into December, so making progress.
We are in the new year.
Oh, January.
Okay, DKS Bricks. I have seen this one before. I think I may have even discussed this on Mock Hour. This may have been the last Mock Hour I was on. But I really like this. So I don't mind talking about this one again. I guess this would be Vespa, I believe they're called. We are currently on the 7th of January, so we are making good progress. We may make it through the entire mock roast in one session. We will see.
Hope so.
So we're in this for the long haul. There's kind of an illegal technique here connecting this the headlight and the handlebar with the 1x2 Technic pin with the stud on one side, but using
Where?
this,
Okay.
like here, you know those little Technic, the Technic pins, like the black ones,
Yeah.
and the hat ones that come in blue and light bluish gray that have a stud on one of them. That's how he's connecting these. Kind of that's illegal, but it looks cool, so it gets a pass. I love how these wheels are connected. I'm not sure what this actual element is called, but it's a very nice parts usage, and I love custom vehicles like this, especially small scale.
I actually have to hop off for a little bit. Might pop back a little bit later.
Alrighty, and yeah, if you can get someone else to join, that would be nice. Just have
Yes, I'll find a substitute.
All right. Epic Antioch has photography. Right, that's decent quality, decent background. But at the same time, is this a mock? The answer is no. Big Screen Bird says, "Hey fellas, will you roast my lug display when we get to it, as long as it's posted?" Bob Joe GT says, "I thought the technique was legal now. Maybe under certain circumstances, you'd have to cite a actual set. But in general, that is highly frowned upon, at least officially." D&D says, "Roast it, please." All right. So, yeah. I believe this is one of those functional tanks, and I'm not a huge fan of like all the exposed plates. It just gives you a rough outline of the shape, and it's not that exciting for me to look at. That said, I always appreciate functional mocks. Yes. On the Club Brick Discord, we have a channel called Roast My Mock. This will be the last ever mock roast. So if you want to get the mock roast badge, you have to make sure you have it in by the end. Have your mock submitted by the end of this session. Okay, this is kind of cool. I like how you use little rounded white elements to represent like the cannon firing. That's pretty cool. And this little rail mud guard here looks decent. you can see some of the inner workings down here. That's an interesting little detail to see. Yeah, no other comment, I'm afraid. The meme muffin. I like this. So this isn't. It's very okay. How do I put this? This is both really cool and a bit average. Like the detailing on the ground here, and like the wing, you see a bunch of exposed plates, and it's very average building techniques there. That said, the colors and the shaping and the perspective is pretty immersive. Just seeing this white landscape, and you just see this streak from this falling Jedi starfighter. That is really cool. I love how it looks like there's an active explosion going on. It's a very dynamic pose, and you don't get to see that often. A lot of people, when they just make a spaceship, they'll just pose it in a normal pose. But seeing a ship actually crash in this dynamic of a way, even if it is a set, that's really cool, and I like this. So yeah, it's really cool if you do dynamic poses like this. This might be cooler if you found a better way to hide like the white bricks using something like transparent pieces if you have any. They're not okay. I just noticed you have a knockoff part here. Naughty. All right, Crow of Judgment won't let me send links. If we have a moderator or someone with wrenches to send that link, it is also in the. It is also in yeah. Wait, hang on. Sorry. There should be a link in the Club Brick YouTube channel. There should be a link to Discord on the main page somewhere. Admiral Blackbar says it's one of the MOCs that looks better if you zoom out. That's absolutely true. If you just look at this MOC from a distance, it looks phenomenal. The closer you look, you say, these details are a little bit questionable. John is trying to post it, not showing up. Oh, hello, Your Majesty. And he's disappeared again. Also, Your Majesty, if you are listening, Harcronium, if you want to DM His Majesty, I'll get you one. I wouldn't mind talking to you for a bit. To be honest, I would join for practice for the show if the whole crew agrees. All right. Here's His Majesty.
Hey, pop back
Hello?
in to give you the invite. I have the invite link there if you want to send it in the little private chat. I tried posting as a viewer, wouldn't let me do it.
All right, I'm on it.
And I am on finding a replacement co-host to replace you while I'm meeting.
Could you send? I'm probably just going to talk to Harcronium for this time. I'll have you on another time, TB Studios, if that's all right. Let's see if this sends. All right, hopefully that goes through. And as Admiral Blackbar was saying, it looks cool from a distance, just the colors and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, more people should crash their spaceships for dynamic vignettes. It's really cool. Dry dock, bismuth. All right. It's you have to really zoom in to appreciate a MOC like this, I think. Just look at all the little rail cars. You can see the little grill plates. It's a very understated MOC, just capturing all the little details. Oh, this is what it's for. It's to house the bismuth. Perfect. That is really cool. I love how I'm not sure what the technical name for this mechanical feature is, but they have these gates that block out the water. Then you drain the water, and you can access the hull of the boat. That is really, really cool. I love the attention to detail. All right. Okay, a dry dock. That's what it's called. Really, really cool. Timber 2702 has the Carnage Mech Alpha. All right. Like this is decent. There's a few good parts. Like the parts you use feel very appropriate even if it feels It feels very average, I'd say. Um, it's very functional and very competent. Like using these little horns and the teeth elements work very well together to create something that suits the Carnage's color scheme. And yeah, it's just functional. No feelings beyond that, I'm afraid. But the idea of Carnage needing a mech is kind of silly. I feel like Lego has gone overboard with mechs. They just need to commit to a mech theme, although that won't sell as well. There's a reason they're giving stuff like they're making a Batman MOC because people will say, "Oh, it's a mech. I like mechs," or they'll say, "Oh, I like Batman." But if you're saying, if you just make a mech line, you're only appealing to the mech fans, and that limits your demographics. You are limiting your reach if you do just a mech line. Okay, Freedom 2457 has shame my attempt at a human arm. Like, you have enough digits. That's something. The rest is very crudely cobbled together to vaguely resemble a human arm. So you have that going for it. 01 says Power Rangers, do it. I'm not sure what that means. Hello, His
Hello.
Majesty.
I will eat quietly and turn my camera off when I get my food. I couldn't find anyone else to pop in.
All right. Were you able to get Harcronium a link to the stream?
I will send that now.
All right.
Oh, Mr. Acronium.
He says roasts this tank. It looks it's very. I understand what you're saying that it's not that good, but there's some good sloping here. Even though you can use snot techniques and some different parts to attain a much smoother transition. I I think this does its job. It's a stepping stone. You gotta practice different techniques. I'd recommend trying to incorporate hinges and snot techniques in the future to try and get some more authentic and unique shapes. It won't look nice at first, but as you go, it'll make more sense.
Did I miss any roast badge earnings or not yet?
Not yet. Not as far as I know. DKS Bricks, of course, has already earned it. Our Coronium is here. And
Talking to a radio.
hello.
There you go. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
It's all right. Thank you for joining us.
Never used this before, so that's why I was like just panicking a little bit. But anyways, there we go.
Gotcha. Okay,
right.
so TV Studio says Carnage would have a reason because he's a symbiote, so he can turn into a mech-shaped build. But why would he need a wing? That's the thing. He can reform his shape. Why would he need a glass canopy? That's my complaint. All right. I've talked about this one before, I believe. But, yeah.
Ooh. I actually like the blue that they used in this.
Yeah, and
And the basket especially.
Yeah, but the basket with a little bit of the indentation adds a lot to the texture, and like right over here.
Turn on your mic a little bit, Acronium.
Arconium, you're picking up a lot of crap with your.
Oh, that's weird.
Turn down your mic just a little bit. It's a bit.
Sure, yeah. Let me fix the settings. There should be a thing for that.
All right, I'm just going to mute you for a moment.
Sure.
You can turn yourself back on in a moment, and if you can, I'll just turn you on manually. But if you notice, like this little 1x2 cheese slope, this is connected back here, and how that forms like a little block to create that hexagonal shape, or is it a pentagram? Yeah, that's a hexagon. Yeah, hexagonal shape. That's really cool. I love little details like that. And like there's this little gradient back here. I think DKS said he's just going to use a sticker because that's cheating. But it looks pretty cool. All right. Are you sounding better?
How's this? I was trying to goof around with the mic settings on this.
All right. Like, you got to be careful because it'll just pick up a bunch of random crap.
The volume's better. I do hear an echoing goat. And me.
Hold on.
TV Studio says it's almost been 2 hours already.
Has
Yes.
it? Ooh, bye.
We're making good progress. So I want you to roast my VC10. This is not official Lego. I don't know why you have this in your mock. But other than that, I think it's flawless. I love how you have all these different parts too. I love how you have functional doors as always. Little embellishments like that really add to the world.
Hopefully that cat doesn't paw the plane.
One
I
can
know. How's the cat never knocked one off?
True.
I'm sure there would be consequence if that did happen. And yeah, there's a little bit of a slope gradient over here with 2x4.
How far do we have to go?
This is a couple days before I joined. Bob Joe GT says, poor cat. Yes, the cat is trapped. Like I've discussed DKS's mocks extensively already. I think the sloping up here is probably some of the best. Just like this little wedge element and the slight angle here works really well. It's a little bit rougher up here, but it does its job. So that's decent too. All right, Hercronium, I'll let you take this one.
Yeah. I posted this like a month or two ago. Yeah, so basically this is one of the pieces of the Vanguard Outpost from LEGO Universe. It was a map that was never released, but we actually got recent footage from the music video, even though it was a small snippet of it actually being played in the alpha versions. So that was pretty cool to see. But yeah, at the time I didn't finish the roof, but it should be done already because the part I'm doing now is the other castle, which is bigger, slightly bigger than this one.
Are you using snot bricks and tiles to achieve this laid brick pattern?
Yeah, the only problem is if I'm gonna import it into LU, it's probably gonna lag a lot.
Yeah, that's something you always have to consider is just you have to consider downgrading stuff like that. And
yeah, I'm gonna hate doing it, but I'm probably gonna have to use the 2x4 tiles.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of I'm not sure that I'm trying to recall whether the 2x4 tiles were actually in LEGO Universe because those were only introduced in 2009 or 2010.
Dang it.
So I think they are. I think they are in there, but
hopefully they are.
Yeah, I'd love to see the rest of those. Ooh, yeah. Ardent 4. Have fun roasting this mini mock. When you do small mocks like this, the parts usage is extremely creative, and quite frankly, like the chaotic colors, like all these colors: purple, lime green, red, and white, and yellow, and magenta. These colors should not work together, but it fits a child just screwing around perfectly. Okay, so it's like a little has this chemical that's feeding the thrusters. That is really cool. You can see all the
crazy contraptions week. I remember this.
Again, like simple little mocks like this with a little bit of nice greebling and parts usage tell a really fun story, and it's very visually interesting to look at. This is a lot of fun, and I really
so it's insufficient parent supervision.
Has Ardent 4 passed MOC Roast yet? Because if not, he has.
MOC Roast? I don't think he was here for a MOC Roast, but he's won 2 mock hours. He won 2 in a row, I think.
He's won a MOC Roast. Bob Joe says this mock is so cool. I absolutely agree. I love this mock.
He almost won 3 MOC hours in a row. He's always one of the finalists.
That kid has a future in rocket science, by the way.
Admiral Blackbar says that looks like the interior of modern Technic sets because it is so colorful. That's good. Bob Joe said Goat should see all of Ardent 4 builds. I'll see all the ones he's posted. Big Fat Boy has posted a piece of junk that uses knockoff parts. Next, please. Mega Mad Mayor Mincemeats. Attempting roast this, you will literally die of natural causes. I guess this is a P90. It has a functional cartridge. Good attention to detail there, I guess. It looks, yeah, that's not a P90. Looks all right. Very
my
blocky,
goodness.
and it doesn't compare to stuff like Nerf Boy's work or things like that. But
You won't like what's next, by the way.
I don't want to see it. But I like that there's a nice little gradient here, and you have some nice techniques going on. I like the slight indentation for whatever this element is. Good little indentation on the scope, opening on not the scope. I don't know weapons terminology. So you're on your own there. You'll have to ask Nerf Boy to roast it. The thing is,
Oh no.
I want to hate this, but it isn't even that illegal. That's the horrible thing, because the socket for the hips and the arms was designed to be the exact same width. So that's questionably legal, and I do not like it.
So wait, you can't just put the hip by itself attached to the arm, right? Actually, let me try that. That's
Big
actually
Screen Bird says this weapon is a flash suppressor. Interesting. I also appreciate the use of little hinge pieces to form around the finger. That's cool. It's a little bit blocky, but pretty cool. For the 360 no scope, very uninspired name. My minifigure stand. All right, that's kind of cool. Apparently this guy's pretty rare now, and I'm kind of upset I didn't get one. But I love these characters. I like how they have a suit that's literally a brick. That's kind of fun, but it's not really a MOC. It's just a very standard stand. And if you're going to do a custom stand and call it a MOC, you have to do something a bit more detailed, I'm afraid.
There you go. I just tried that technique. Oh man, that should be illegal.
Okay. Big Screen Bird says the front part of the barrel is the flash suppressor. Okay, that makes sense. I see. Okay, thank you for filling in my my weapons knowledge. I did not know this. Chrome Silver Builder has posted a worldbuilder.tongle. Worldbuilder is a cool tool if you guys want to check that out. But unfortunately, we can't deviate from this stream. All right, I'm going to take a quick drink real quick. And Harcronium or Your Majesty, if you want to talk about this for a moment.
Sure, let's take a look at it. I'm pretty sure I've seen this in a mock-out before. I can't remember which one. Pretty sleek build. Creative idea for the mirrors there. I don't know what they call it, like magnifying glass pieces. I like you can see parts of the engine inside there. There's that little half circle section where you can see inside.
Yeah, exactly. And this is another example of pretty good greebling. It looks like this part is kind of wedged in kind of awkwardly, if you see. It's kind of bending upwards, like at an angle. I think it may be a limited space, or maybe it just wasn't pushed in all the way. But it's a nice greebling going on here. This is some fantastic greebling, actually.
Actually,
all right,
like
we have a fourth guest apparently. Hello.
Hey everyone.
Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
So we are currently on 1/28/2021, and we still have a month to go. Again, you have 1 month of MOC Roast to go before we reach the climax of the MOC Roast grand finale. So that may be an hour, that may be 2. So that's how long you have to get your entry in. I like how it has silver on the little windscreen. I mean, the mirror kind of gives it a simulation of a reflective property. And Bum Bum's gone. Okay.
He pops in and out a lot. I don't think he's the best connection, but
Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye out for him. I really like just the fun rounded shapes going on here. It's okay. It kind of has a little dish that's like I guess that would be like anti-gravity on the bottom. Got some little thrusters. Has sort of a Star Wars vibe. I'd say almost animated Star Wars Clone Wars vibe to it. I like this a lot. I'm not sure it's quite mock roast. It doesn't quite pass the mock roast. Like something that passes a mock roast is a 9 or a 10. This is an 8, maybe an 8.5 in my book.
almost there.
Pretty darn cool. And he's back.
Big screen bird
sorry,
in
I
the
was-
chat. You're welcome. Thanks for joining us.
I just forgot to say that I'm gonna join through my PC because I'm talking through the phone right now.
All right. Just join whenever you feel like it. Yeah, this is a
All right, no problem.
this is definite Star Wars shaping. If like this is Coruscant speeder shaping. I really like this. And just the greebling, it has a very slightly unrefined look. It's a little bit strange up here to look at. Just having these 4 little rods sticking out could have a little bit better continuity, I'd say. All right. Big Screen Bart says, hey, King John, thank you for the invite to the server.
You're welcome.
By the way, I just want
Oh,
to
this
say
one's pretty cool.
for that build, I really like the paint job. It really makes me think of Adenkin's Starfighter.
Yeah, you're true. That's very true. And like the dark gray and the yellow have a very nice contrast. I absolutely agree. It's very, very simple and efficient.
This next one I really liked. If you want to look at the clip, I think it was one of the finalists, if not the winner.
Oh,
Look
that
at
is so
that.
satisfying.
Right?
I'd be
Yeah,
interested to
that's
see-
cool. That is really cool.
I hope we see the mechanism that powers this because
pretty
I've
sure
seen
we do.
I've seen little chains like this before.
There we go.
And okay,
That's
yeah.
You can hand crank it as well.
All right. And now we're going to see inside, I believe.
Hopefully, or maybe just hand
Yeah.
Crank it. Can we see
I
inside it?
remember I made like a Minecraft piston mock to build like a piston staircase, and it uses the same mechanism you use to do like the Technic pistons. When you spin it, it pushes the Technic. There you go. Now you can see it down there. Yeah, it's a very simple mechanism that I wish more people would make motorized mocks like this. You should watch this. This looks like a good stream. All right, where are we? Cocky Snack. All right, this kind of feels like an alt build for one of the 2006 or 2007 Exo4 sets. Yeah, some of the colors seem a little bit off, but I could totally see this being an alt build for an Exo4 set. So pretty cool. Definitely authentic parts. I like the use of the binoculars, I guess, and the use of these little harpoons up front. Give it a little bit of extra personality. Don't have too much else to say about that. This one, I'm afraid. Someone has Mega Mad Mayor Mincemeat has gun. I like it how it has a little bit of a safety here. That's a nice little feature.
Be too careful.
Pull back.
Oh no, it's a kitchen gun.
Kitchen gun.
I have several auto-tuned versions of that stuck in my head now that you've said that. And we have Captain Monkey Beard. Like he said, he posted monkeys. This looks like a Godzilla.
Because of Godzilla vs. Kong popping up. Yeah, everyone's posting those.
Oh boy! And we are back in
February.
So we are making prep.
There's probably going to be a high density of them near the end, though, because everyone got excited.
So Big Screen Bird apparently recognizes this weapon as a 1911. All right. I'm afraid I don't have anything more to say about that.
Oh, by the way, did the caterpillar earn the badge or not quite?
Oh, absolutely. Give Mince the badge. He
Awesome.
deserves it. But this is pretty cool. I like how there's a slight little tile here. It gives it a bit of extra personality. It's a little bit it's could be slightly better with the grip, I'd say. But other than that, it's a very solid, well-designed mock. And it's Godzilla. It's recognizably Godzilla. It's a little bit blocky and unpolished. Like you can see the bottom here. You can use stuff like you can use different techniques like hinges and snot parts and cheese slopes and 1x2 hinges or curb slopes to achieve more continuity with that shape. But it looks okay. Okay. The Real Red Dragon of Club Brick has posted the Real Red Dragon. Crow of Judgment said, "What day are we on? We are currently on the 5th of February."
Good
Actually,
progress.
like this. I like this a decent amount. This feels like it's a creator.
That's actually his picture in Discord now. Yeah.
Okay, Bum Bum has officially
You're
joined
back.
us. Hello.
Hey.
TB Studio says, "I have made him fatter." That seems appropriate. Welcome to the mock roast. We are roasting people's mocks. I love how, like over here, we have little eyebrows for this character, and the little tooth elements used as horns. It feels very appropriate for this character. It's a little blocky with the wings, with just these hinge plates sticking out. That could be smoothed out to give a little bit more depth or personality. But this feels like a pretty cool creator style dragon. I like this. Here we can see a back view.
Because the head, especially, even I like the head, especially the details with the nostrils and the teeth.
Yeah, and it's not the most detailed mock I've ever seen, but it has a lot of personality with like it very much embraces the Lego aesthetic. It's not trying to be realistic. It's trying to be both it's blocky in all the right ways, I'd say. Like, the head is, especially this year, I love the eyebrows and the horns and the nose. The wings kind of kill it for me, I'm afraid.
I like the shaping of the body in general.
I think someone's cracked their cheese slope. You can kind of see a little black indention over here.
Uh-oh.
Got to see where it's cracking. These cheese slopes
yeah.
love to crack. Always get a bunch of extra cheese slopes because they will crack. All right. Bob Joe says we're getting close to the biggest build of 2021.
I'm excited for that one. You've been talking about it.
Hang on. Let's keep going. All right, and here's a minifigure for scale. Very nice.
For lunch, you mean?
Bless you.
Bless you.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay. Gonky Kong. And it's a picture of a golf droid.
Yes, I nicknamed him that, Eric, because he wanted the monkey name. He went by Mr. Gonk before.
I have several questions, but I do not wish to hear the answer. Okay, so this is Egg Dog Wizard. I have no idea what this is from.
But he built it well. I haven't heard of it either.
He's the most powerful character in the universe.
The facial expression is really cute. Are those like what are you using for the eyes? I know. It's those it's the little 1x1 round plates with the handlebar. That's really cute. I like this a decent amount, and the way you sort of have the cloak forming around him, that's pretty cute.
I just wish Lego made like multiple colors for the mixel joints, because I hate how like it's only limited to grays.
Yeah, and I think they've put it in a couple more. like one of the parts that I like to use, like what I usually do is I will find ways to cover my mixel joints. And there's definitely ways to do that. It's not always practical, but another thing to do is there's a I'll discuss it at another time, maybe when discussing some of my previous mocks. But
Is
I
this
really
good
do
enough?
like this.
Is this good enough to earn the badge?
Not quite, I'm afraid.
Oh, so close.
It's cute, and the face looks really good, but there's a few things that I'm not a huge fan of, like this exposed part here. You could have there's ways you could cover that up fairly easily. The boots are really cute, and the knees could use some work.
Yeah.
Okay, TB Studio says I made the profile picture. It is interesting. They made a mock of Donkey Kong. Oh boy.
Donkey Kong.
Bob Joe GT says the mixel joints are coming in gray is infuriating. Yeah, and it doesn't hurt that they're only in specific grays as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Captain Monkey Beard. All right, I like this one. It has a pretty cool color scheme. Red and white.
Next to a nice
Always
plate
a solid color combination. Yeah, this is pretty good. What it's got a bunch of exposed studs. It feels very incomplete in my opinion, but it's pretty cool. Very competently constructed mock. Except one thing. What do these look like to you? Do you recognize this part? The answer is no, because this is not Lego.
Oh no.
Oh
Yes.
no. I thought it was actually from like a Bionicle set.
Nope, those
Shame.
were produced. Bionicle has used a part that is quite different, but it does have a claw piece. There's Bionicle.
I should have known from the color.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a slightly off gray. Panda is kawaii, says roast them to bits, I guess. Actually, mocks like this are fairly hard to dissect. But like with the scale you're working on, you are packing in a lot of detail. Like all the different pipes. Like this is, what are these called? Like oil rigs. This is an oil rig. And there's only so much you can do on this scale. I like how you have the little external pipe where the fume is. I don't know too much about oil rigs. I think they're very cool visually. Just the idea of this giant platform sticking out on the ocean. And for the scale you're working on, this is fairly well constructed. I like this a decent amount.
The one following this one was my favorite of his three he posted. He's a really cool train one coming up.
Like I love how even if it's just micro scaled, I love how it's like a bunch of detail to it.
TB Studios says that's my first mock. I didn't actually know it was fake. Yeah, you got to be keep an eye out for that. As you become more familiar, you'll recognize like the part quality, the plastic, the color. It's not quite up to Lego standards, so you got to keep an eye out for this. This is both fantastic and illegal. Just look at that connection of the fume. There's no connection.
Yeah, chat roasted that too. When you did that on the feature.
That is not okay. That is cheating. But that said, the use of color on all this Wild West mock, this is really cool. I love how you use the chrome silver for the rails. Really cool. And I love how the landscape shifts between various colors. Like it has dark tan, dark orange, or regular orange, or maybe that's a nougat color. Back to dark orange, then a dark brown. That's such a cool contrast. I really like this.
Yeah, I love the shaping of the landscape too. It doesn't seem like artificial, you know?
Yeah, yes, it's very well constructed, and it kind of has this little hidey hole here. This looks like it was constructed for something. Maybe there's like a little bandit slayer back there.
Feels very.
So who made this?
Did I hear a bandit?
Oh my god!
What?
Nothing.
Sorry, I feel like I missed something. Panda is kawaii. Panda Kawaii received a MOC Roast badge.
I will check.
All right. Okay, over here we have. I guess this is a
He is not.
This is a moon base. Got a bunch of little sections going in and out. I feel like there's ways. This one is not nearly as impressive as the other one. It is very functional though, and uh, I like the atmosphere of these mocks more than anything else. The techniques are pretty. The techniques are very average, but it's the atmosphere that these mocks create that is absolutely stunning. And yeah, Pandas Kawaii. Please do not have illegal connections like this. You're better than that. I know you are.
But still up there on the roast badge.
Despite your transgressions and assuming you will atone for your mistakes, for your sins, I'm giving you a mock roast. You have surpassed the mock roast badge. You have received the Crucible badge.
I gotta make that now.
It's just the mock roast badge. That's the Crucible. Breakbelt Wizard. All right. There is a official Lego character that uses this as a nose, so I like this a decent amount. Like for the mock roasts, I like to have a certain amount of detail put into them, and when you do very minimalistic builds like this, it's not quite on the same standard. Even though it's very internally consistent and it looks good, it's hard to compare to something like you can't really compare it to something like what Admiral Plackbar just constantly makes. That said, I do really like this.
Yeah, the only problem I have with it is the gray hand, but other than that, it looks really good.
Yeah, I'm sure that's just parts limitations, so I'm not gonna judge him there. Cap Air copyright has built the planet Mars.
That's just a stud. What?
I wonder how much that stud is worth.
Let's actually. I'm gonna get the value.
You got the color right.
Actually, Mars is more of a sand red than an actual red. Just for the record.
I took the liberty of adding a cringe goat react to the Mars.
I do not approve.
The caption just saying I'm a furry.
Okay, Cocky Snack has posted this very underwhelming I don't even know what to call this, but
Big Screen Bird, there's a mix in here. Some people do digital, some do actual builds.
Yeah. It's very much a grab bag here. But yeah, this is very, very middling. But I see you are flexing on us with your avatar character. I believe this helmet in dark red was only included in an avatar set. Randwell JK Bricks, I'm sorry, but you have to actually post your images here, not just flex your Instagram. You can include a link, but you got to include the images embedded here.
My avatar's only up, so you guys don't have to watch me eat.
All right. So Mega Man Mayor Mincemeat is requesting that we give him our most violent roasts and insults.
Well, first off,
floor
I don't
is
find
open.
He does have a gun,
this
though,
build
so.
very monetizable, for one.
That's a good point. That is what we care about more than anything else. Is making pennies. I hope we might make a nickel off this stream. Just think of that. I could put that in my pocket right now.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem very child friendly. I don't see why anyone would like it.
Yeah. So we have the same flash suppressor up here. This scope looks all right, if that's called a scope. I'm not sure if this is a mechanical feature, but you kind of see that there's a little safety over here. That's a nice little detail.
Hellcat, can't you count? Look in the chat, his comment.
I suppose not. But yeah.
It is close to the real thing, though.
This weapon?
Yeah, well, especially the grip behind it. It's kind of close.
All right. I'll say
Yeah, it's a
this:
really good build though.
has Mayor Mincemeat received the MOC Roast badge? Okay. Big Screen Bird says it's called an iron sight. Okay. That okay. Interesting. I'm learning a lot about weapons today. It's very this is a very crucial knowledge in my scientific research.
Yes, I need to learn what weapons are and what they do.
Okay. So
He gets the badge.
uh I'm giving him the badge on one condition. He continues to improve.
Yes, that's his first
All
badge.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of room for improvement, but since this is the last mock roast and Mintz has shown a lot of potential, I'm going to give him a pass. The Real Red Dragon of Club Rick has the Lego Devastation Grim look. Roasted.
Grimlaw
I guess this is a
Transformer.
oh, it's a transformer. I didn't even recognize it. I was looking at this initially and I was thinking, that looks all right.
Yeah, it's one of the.
I wasn't a big fan of the colors, but after you see it transform into this, the colors make so much more sense. That's really cool, and I
Yeah.
love how you use this this 2x2 round tile with the jumper hole in it for the legs. This is really cool.
Yeah,
There's a
it's
lot of limitations with this scale, but I like this. The Real Red Dragon of Club Rick also needs to improve a lot as far as I'm concerned. But for the functionality of this, I'm feeling generous.
yeah.
So
Oh, sorry. Were you going to talk?
He gets the badge.
For like he's branching out. This is what I want to see. I want to encourage this. I may be being too generous right now, but I'm don't if I think about it, I'm probably going to go back on it. So go ahead and give him a badge before I change my mind.
Awesome, he's got it. Quite a collection of badges you got.
I think he's definitely improved in terms of like Lego Transformers.
Exactly, and again, I expect him to continue to improve. That's the thing. So DKS Bricks has posted this one. I know I've seen this one a few times before. I'm not sure if there's been any changes here, but he has used this custom little decal over here that looks pretty well integrated. Yeah. You can kind of see a little bit of black back here. I'm not sure whether that's just black bricks or just little gaps.
I think it's just little gaps.
Yeah, I maybe that's going to be filled in later, but other than that, it's flawless, absolutely flawless. Big Serene Bird says it's a nice plane. Looks like Lego Dots attacked. I think he's talking about this guy. Yeah. The dragon dinosaur looks pretty cool, but there's definitely a lot of room for improvement, and I hope to see that in the coming months. Okay, we have an updated version. All right, so I can't even recognize any significant changes here.
He changed the clip that's for the dino head to a dark gray, and he changed the eye color for the robot mode to blue.
The eye color's the same, I believe, isn't it?
No, on robot mode.
Okay. I see. Yeah, that's more consistent. I approve of that change. All right, let's keep going. We are on the 23rd. Roast the Red Abomination by Hyperactive Dimwits. I feel like it's a red lightsaber.
Oh, I thought of something else first.
Yeah, and I'd rather not think of that. It could also be a torpedo.
I was thinking of a sonic screwdriver for monetization reasons.
Comedy, thank you. And we have the magma plane, and we have someone whose face is conspicuously blurred out. I wonder who that is. DKS actually, I'm not sure if any of you know this, but DKS Bricks actually doesn't have a face. He was scarred at birth, and he doesn't actually have a face. It's sort of just this, like his face was bloated, so he wears this red distortion over his face to
Wow.
protect himself.
That explains. I've never seen his face in any of his pictures.
So yeah,
I always thought he was just a plane, like his face was just a giant, like
JJ
Jumbo
the jet plane or something. Like a Thomas the Tank Engine on a plane.
Oh, no.
Someone's gonna make that now. Every time I say something like that, I regret it because someone makes it.
yes, you
I'm gonna
are.
look so cursed.
Okay,
Yeah.
Red Dragon of Club Brick. This is perfectly average, I'd say. Like it's very very flat, very simple. There isn't too much to criticize here, but there's not too much to compliment either. This is very bare bones.
To me, I've seen this before, but now that I look at it again, it reminds me a lot of DKS's style when it comes to vehicles. He usually makes 4x4 cars, or four-studded wide cars.
Yeah, and when you do four-studded wide cars, there's only so much you can do. That said, this is very, very flat on the side profile, a bit uneven here on the top, and yeah, could be better, could be worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is the one he's been excited to show you.
This
All
is
right.
the one.
Autobot Trebuchet. This is more of a feature than a roast that I really wanted to show you. The Professor to see your own Transformer. This has been a long time coming and a tribute to the great tradition of MOC Roast. So get ready for the most lore-intensive build after Castle Brick. I couldn't fit all the lore here, so it's coming soon in Club Brick lore writing. After the success of Castle Brick and the rise of the Decepticons of the Order, Professor Goat realized the need for more Transformers in the kingdom of Club Brick. Thus, with the consent of Optimus Prime himself, he set out to develop a completely new Autobot soldier based on his mobile lab. After years of research and development, he finally gave life to his creation with the Vector Sigma, as he did with Castle Bricks years ago. The result was Autobot Goatbot. Okay, this was about the last one. In vehicle mode, he takes cues from classic space with a retro cabin design and an industrial yet apocalyptic look. The mobile lab has a roof-mounted minigun as well as anti-air AA guns.
It's your car you take to work every day, or something like this.
Along with heavy-duty crane.
The Goatmobile.
Okay. This thing is ready to pack a punch. I'll say that. I'm interested to see what this transforms into.
Into you.
I like how this feels like a lunar lander, and it has a little satellite dish. It feels very built for function over style.
I think he considered like a Mars rover as one of the things you could potentially turn into.
I can see the inspiration there. Okay, on the side you have various objects collected by the Professor during his many adventures. All right. And I like the angle. I like the angle of this of the little lights here and the little bumper. That's pretty cool. Mint says, "Goat, I'm suing you for I spontaneously combusted since you gave me the badge. You deserve it. Don't complain. It is a privilege."
It's a perfect Matt Professor van. All the junk hanging off it.
On the side, there are two holding cells for the modified head separator, which expands when needed, and GoBot's own lab partner, Briggsbot.
Does it turn to a sub like the Magic School Bus? Like
it's a micro-scale head separator.
Imagine having Professor Goat as a science teacher. You had this like magic bus to take you through.
This is not the bus the kids want to go on. I'll say that. The massive Ricketron Disruptor was summoned from the beam of imagination, able to move, charge, or even destroy every known brick from any MOC.
Oh no! If you fail MOC
deadly
Roast.
Weapon, which GoBot hesitates to use. It is so powerful that it requires an external energy source, because of which the Professor was hooked it up to a single piece of the beam of imagination with a rear-mounted backpack. The backpack also has the space for a tablet to be used in robot mode to conduct field research and an adoscope.
He blasts at
Okay,
your mock
so-
if you fail roast.
All right. So here is the cannon or the addlescope, I guess. That's really cool. The back half of the vehicle separates to become a lab for the professor, and the front half becomes the mighty goat bot. Okay. So here you can see kind of the interior. There's a bit of a staircase that's for the mobile lab. And here's the
So cool.
Here's the Autobot GoatBots is inspired by Professor Goat's minifigure design, right from the inner shirt, lab coat, and the blue legs of the minifigure. All right. I like how it has these little wedge plates and the pen. And
I wish it had the goggles, but other than that, I love it.
Yeah.
I understand the limitations there. You could have used maybe could have used a snot brick with the 1x1 rounds to accomplish that, but otherwise,
Also for the action poses.
yeah.
Useful.
Okay. Note the details like the pen on the lower left, the ID card and pocket on the bottom right, the checkered pattern on the shirt, along with the stripes. Okay, you have the checkered pattern too, of course.
Creepy if you like match the. Yeah. It'd be creepy if you match the current content of your pocket sticking out and you checked and it matched.
Okay, so the robot mode is highly posable with up to 5 joints in the hands and 3 joints in the legs, alone with wrist.
Professor, you have to match all these poses standing up now as you go through them.
No. Number one, the camera won't work for that. It's locked in this position. I can't move it easily. Maybe next time.
You can't do that.
Yeah. There's a very posable arms. I love how the hands themselves actually sort of resemble actual minifigure claws.
Oh, they do, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You get the thumb on one side.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, let's keep looking along at this. Even has the
Oh, the blue stripe is your goggles, I think. So that blue stripe's your goggles on your head, yeah.
Got it. Okay, I see.
Oh, that gun though. Oh, I love that gun.
Yes, the gun is the gun might be my favorite part. And I love the backpack.
You wish you had it. You want that gun.
Like
he ends up building a life-size version of the gun.
Don't tempt me. I like to imagine the truck kibble at the back of the legs as a sort of extension of the lab coat.
What was that string on the last image? Was it like a cable or something?
Oh, it's the cable that feeds into the backpack, which is powered by a little bit of the essence of pure imagination, of course. GoatBot also has 2 other modes. Decepticon Get Attack, a mode he uses to blend in with the Decepticons during spy missions.
Because guys are such a Get.
The Get.
He's got the beard long and the cowboy shirt.
Look,
I wasn't kidding. All the lore.
I can neither confirm nor deny anything about this. Interesting additional transformation feature. It says, wait until you see your next build. You're going to die during the roast since it will be fire. It will basically explode you. We'll see. Okay, so that is not a transformation I was expecting. The research modes with the visor deployed and equipment for the research equipment on the back instead of the Brickatron disruptor. Okay, so you can kind of see where the connection is formed there.
And now it has the goggles.
Okay, there's the visor. Okay, there's the goggles. I see. And we have the little dish back here, of course. In robot mode, he has enough space in the chest to fit a minifigure inside.
So the Professor Goat figure can ride in this.
He could. Okay, and that's like the back. The lab extends and transforms to accommodate the roof-mounted crane and satellite dish. The amount of attention to detail to this is kind of scary. I like the little robot arm over here. The holding bays for the head separator and the brig spot and the research station are capable of accommodating a single minifig. Okay.
Jeez.
Easter eggs includes a model of Castle Brick.
Oh, the little one there.
a Brickatron deconstructor to get rid of the chewed parts sent to him by little Timmy. Seriously, how does he even know the lab's address? Okay, so must be the deconstructor over here.
Oh wait, I didn't
Strange
even know
symbol
vehicles
found
had
in
an
the Lego
address.
Universe Nexus Tower, which was discovered by the professor years ago. Okay, so these little jumper tiles are arranged in the same pattern as the Nexus Temple from overhead.
Ah.
A red bandit sculpture in the corner to remind the professor that bad things do exist in the universe.
Lest he forget.
Like the MOC Roast do a fine job of reminding me of all the garbage that exists in the universe. I don't need the red bandit to extenuate that. All right, looks like we lost Harcronium. I'll get you back in here when you're. TB Studios says you added Timmy. Bomb Joe GT says I added everything. Harcronium says weird, my mic isn't being detected. All right, hopefully we can get you back. If not, I'll have you on during a Sorting stream sometime. So I'm going to keep going. A huge wall-mounted screen to display the incoming transmission from transmission decryption.
You got every piece of lore. Like if I gave you more, you would have added it.
That's probably my favorite detail because I know that wasn't easy to put.
This is incredible.
Does this actually mean anything? Is my question.
Can we use the translator to see?
You could pull it up because this isn't quite in the normal configuration, but it might still translate to something.
I will see. Or you can just tell us in chat and save me the
It's hard to tell without the border because the diamond-shaped glyphs have a specific pattern. A final picture which displays the scale of the build.
Okay. See if I can translate it.
Riggsbot, the transformation for the spy, and
Let's
of course.
see. What is that? Is that
I love the microscale head separator.
I can't tell if it translates. I don't see that first letter.
All right. The first letter, I think it's an approximation of a letter.
It looks kind of like a B, but not quite.
It looks like a P. It looks like a P.
P? The P. Okay. Okay, that could be a P. What's a regular dot? Oh, if it says poop, I swear. P-O.
No, it's not poop. It can't be.
F.
That's
P-O-F?
F-T. Poft? Is that supposed to be... It's on monitor. Can one of you look that up? I can't change the channel from this current look.
It's on monitor? Let's see. I will scroll down. How far up in it?
Like this is ridiculous, but it makes me stupid happy for some reason. Bob Joe GT, you did not have to go to this stupid level.
It says monitor. It says monitor. What does it translate to?
On monitor. It's on monitor.
Okay. Got it.
All right. I don't quite understand, but this is. I really do appreciate it. That is old.
Yeah, it's an amazing build.
Yeah, really well done.
A legend.
GT. You don't need to stroke my ego any further. All right, so we're back to the real Red Dragon of Club Rick, my first tank ever. All right, I love the ingot tiles is one of my favorite parts, and for the record, this here, like this, these gears and this part do not go together. If you try to build this in real life, it would not work. The treads and that gear do not work together. Another thing is this here meshes with the tile, so that's an illegal connection. And you also, yeah, the rest is kind of blocky. Okay, it means goat. Okay.
Ooh, we're close.
I'd have to go back and check, but
Goat. Transmitting your own name.
Yeah, it's a different perspective than I'm used to. I don't have the I don't have the cipher totally memorized just yet. But yeah, Red Dragon plays. You have to. I recommend rethinking the physicality of your mocks, because this has a lot of illegal connections and meshes between bricks that is just physically not possible. TB Studio says, I was just thinking that. Mint says, the art of getting roasted is not making something bad on purpose. It's trying your best so that the roast is worse and hits hard emotionally.
My
True.
God.
Okay, Harcronium thinks it's good now. It still says there's no device connected. All right,
Mince, that was just
Harcronium,
too real.
Okay.
way back.
Yeah, my USB hub decided to malfunction on me, and I had to unplug it again.
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
it shouldn't do that. All right, this is a new one from DKS Bricks as far as I'm concerned. I might have seen this once in the Club Brick private Discord, like for the team members, but this is really nice. Like, this pattern I've known has appeared in a few sets, but I really like the sloping up here. The slight angle and these little slopes over here work really well together. It's so smooth. It's incredibly well done. Big Screen Bird says the barrel is not an illegal technique. I didn't say the barrel itself is the illegal technique, but if you notice, like it's using a, like it's by half of a plate, it's digging into the tile, like it's overlapping into it. There's a collision there. If it was actually supposed to be a real connection, this should be half a plate higher, if that makes sense. Are you guys following me? You can see where the two parts are meshing together. S Bricks says this is a long stream. Yes, this is the largest mock roast. We have almost completed the totality of the mock roast. Then the mock roast will be retired permanently. So if you want your mock roast badge, this is your last opportunity. We are in the last hour of mock roast forever.
Forever.
Right. And let's continue. Let me ogle over DKS's Bricks mock just a little bit longer, just to enjoy all of the shaping that went into this. Like just getting that smooth texture with the slight angle of these wings between all the different tiles. It might look a little bit odd from the bottom, but from this perspective, it looks really polished. TB Bricks Studios has been here the whole time. Yes, you have. Crow of Judgment is still here. I just noticed the connection here. It looks like there's some sort of snot technique going on for stability. I'd like to take a closer look at that sometime. Okay, we have the dry dot for both the Brismarck and the Prinz Eugen.
This is incredible. Taking a look at this before.
And the integration of these two things is very smooth. I think there may be some recolors in trans that don't exist. It's hard to tell from this perspective. It's a little bit too small, but like I think we've seen these two sections before. I'm not sure if we've seen this middle before. I don't think I have, at least. Maybe I'm wrong with that. But
Bum seems to have aged a bit.
All right, let's see if there's one with
the stream is just so long that
let's look at the slightly angled view. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's those parts exist in real life, but just look at the scale of this thing, and the slight angle just adds so much extra life to this. It feels like if you zoom out on this, you wouldn't think this is Lego.
Yeah, that's
amazing.
Bum. I think you're experiencing technical difficulties.
Who is that? Is it your dad?
No, that's me. But I'm just old.
Okay.
You may need to get that checked. But as I was saying, this is a stunning mock. It looks like a professional 3D render, and as always, the level of detail you go to.
I mean, you could probably get that watercolor just by putting translucent blue tile over a black piece or something.
All right, I've seen this next one on Flickr. Admiral Plaque Bars, low altitude assault transport / infantry, LAATI Republic gunship. Okay, I've seen this one on Flickr. It is absolutely stunning the amount of detail and that has gone into this. Like, look how these the little turrets are mounted, and these little doors are fully functional in how they open. It's just perfect, absolutely perfect.
It definitely is stunning.
Let's look at, and here's the back view. You can see how the turret is mounted. Um, like even these angles are just phenomenal. Using the trans 1x1 bricks as the to see inside, and it looks like this. Have we seen this base before? Actually, the ground, like the texture on these plants, jumbling that all together looks really, really solid. And here you can see the door opening up, and you can kind of see the mechanism by which the door opens, and you can see that like all the little technic pieces holding this together. So in theory, you could totally build this MOC and it would be perfectly stable. I just looked at the actual streaming screen, and I realized all of my co-hosts are children. Bob Joe GT says the build is missing landing gear. Does the Republic gunship have landing gear? Because usually, most of the time, the gunship hovers slightly over the air, and then it will have a special locking mechanism when it goes back to the Republic gunship. If memory serves. I do not recall there being landing gear, but I could be mistaken. Okay, here we have Captain Monkey Beard posting monkey. I'm just going to ignore the shenanigans going on downstairs.
I'm also laughing because the way you said monkey, you're like, he's posting monkey.
It is monkey though. It is white monkey. But yeah,
never skip boot day.
Yeah, part of the limitation with TB Studios is, as we've all been complaining, Mixel's joints only existing in gray. That literally means if you want to use these parts, you have to make a gray monkey.
Yeah,
or a robotic one. Kind of sucks, but nonetheless, pretty cool. Well done. And here is Black Monkey.
I like the use of gold, the gold studs.
Nice. Yeah, and I like the use of the ingots for the cheek. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There are two different ones. Yeah, I see the two different ones. I like them both a decent amount. I think if you had a slightly larger scale, you'd have more to work with. Bob Joe GT says John is just making more lore for me to include in.
That's my goal.
TB Studio says it's an albino monkey. All right.
I just see white monkey,
except in a few particular spots. Admiral Plaquebar has a couple of Bundeswehr vehicles. All right. Okay, some of these are in service, some of them are not.
Those tanks look amazing.
Okay, and you can see like a little transport for these missiles that get loaded. Not sure which one these would be used in. Maybe it's not sure how it would fit in these. I don't think it would. I'm not sure we've seen any of these. Have we seen any of these tanks before from Admiral Plaquebar? Let's see these other perspective, and we lost someone again. Okay, here we have, I guess this is a little bit of a mounting mechanism to hold the rifle in place. This is used to raise and lower the main cannon. TB Studio says the Mecha Godzilla is coming up so soon. All right, can't wait. Like, I'm not a tank person, so this isn't really. I'm not the best person to fanboy over this, but the techniques and all the parts you're using here, absolutely fantastic and stunning. Well done.
You know what it needs? More missiles.
True.
It needs something to shoot at, like a cow.
Oh, those poor cattle. Oh, those poor cows.
I kind of like this one the most just for how tall the turret head is.
Yeah, and it has
So
an
the
interesting shape
SPZ
too.
Marauder. This is the SPZ Marauder on the other base. All right, you can see. Oh, is this like little mirrors to see behind? That's really cool. And I like the ingots in different colors. Adds a little bit of texture there to the side. And yeah, there's so much detail crammed into this. And I love the little rocket launchers here.
Yeah, and the shaping is.
Oh, and here's a little back access so you could crawl inside. I'm not sure if this is quite minifigure scale. Yeah. And here's an interior view. Yeah, it would be minifigure scale. You can see the seats here. Maybe it will be slightly smaller. And here's the
Wow, those
motor
are
up here. Mint says, I'm going to order some parts for my future, or just because of 3 MOCs. Go for it. Angry Hellcat. Yes,
Why is
that's
John
very
Hellcat?
funny, Your Majesty. I know it's you. Oh, I just noticed these are the 2x3 tiles. Those are fun. I wish those existed in those colors. All right, and here's the PZH 2000. And here's the real world reference. Ardent 4, the Metal Mercenary, aka the Leaden Leviathan. Roast away. You know, it's illegal to post MOCs. Ask me to roast MOCs that are beyond roasting. These, Your Majesty, get yourself under control before your internet starts acting up again.
What the?
I really
Okay,
like
I'm
this.
done.
I like the steampunk vibe. It kind of looks like he has a monocle over here. I'm not sure if that's quite what you're going for. And I love how you keep using this
Potion piece.
yes, the potion for all this. And it has a little bit of a scope or a dial for like just display how charged it is or something. All the
Yeah.
little gears and steam valves are really cool. There's just one problem with this MOC. If you try to
What is
build
it?
this sucker in real life,
It
it
wouldn't
would
stay at.
collapse without anything. Also, this ingot looks like it goes against this hat, so that's kind of illegal as well. Yeah, keep an eye out for that when you make MOCs because it's very actually it might slip underneath. I don't think it does. That's borderline. Having the little 1x1 round plate with a handlebar sticking into the gear is a really cool technique. It wouldn't be strong enough to support this much weight. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Again, this is phenomenally cool, but you could not do this in real life. This is an entirely abstract MOC.
And also, you know, obviously all the gold pieces, they're either going to be really expensive to get or they don't exist.
Yeah, I'm willing to forgive like recoloring because like that doesn't bear like if Lego produced this part physically, you could make this MOC. But if like this clipping and the weight, you could not reflect that in a physical model.
Yeah.
Illegal Steam Bro on Ardent. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you just couldn't do in reality. A lot of really cool aesthetics to this MOC. Oh, look, it fires a. You can see it fire a cannonball. That's really cool on a chain.
Ooh.
This is really cool and it makes me all the more mad that it's has these rather destructive flaws. Oh, it kind of has a little whip here. I wonder what that's supposed to represent. More potion pieces back here. Mitz says a pun that I will not repeat. I will not indulge that. And here's a dynamic pose of him firing the cannon.
Oh, that's cool.
I love the magnifying monocle. There is so
It's a
much
great
fun
touch,
about this
yeah.
MOC.
Yeah. I love the keyhole as his mouth too.
It came close to in the crazy contraptions week of Mock Hour.
Yeah, it's a little bit too illegal for my taste, but I like a lot about it. Okay, we have a Mega Mad Mayor Mincemeat posting smaller gun. Yeah, it's a little bit like for your talent level and the level of and the scale, it's not that good, honestly. Um, I'm not very impressed by this. Like the thing is, you could use something like this 2x4 and some different hinges techniques to basically hide a bunch of different angles to actually get the grip at a special angle, and yeah, you could do better. DKS Bricks has posted a wrecked car, and that's all there really is to say about this. But you'll notice there's a little bit of texture here to the bumper, and that's
It's like
kinda
smoke
nice.
coming
Oh,
out
no.
there. That's
I
exhaust.
like the smoke. The smoke is really fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little expensive to repair.
He
Yeah,
actually
you're
has
gonna
it
have to.
connected though. That's kind of the cool
Yeah,
part.
you might have to order some new parts from Bricks and Pieces. Or you might have to bricklink some new parts to fix that engine.
Hopefully that guy has car insurance.
This isn't
Sandwich
Lego.
has posted
It's me.
not Lego.
Me roast it. It's not Lego. That's your roast.
Where is? There we go. Much better.
You blocked. You didn't delete.
I You're right. I should have banned him. Mistakes have been made. I have 500. Like this is the last mock roast. I have nothing to lose. I have 500 hours in Clash Royale. That's not something to be proud of, for the record.
All the time we didn't
Obliterate
spend
me.
building. You can't destroy it. It's a single brick. You can't break it. It's indestructible.
How do I say this in a way that won't get us in trouble? You deserve the head separator. I'll say that.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Crow Judgment says the DKS car isn't broken. There are cars with wheels slanted like that. Mint says, what's the scientific name for pig? TB Studio says it's not broken. It's a drift car. Maybe. I'll take your word for it. Okay, this kind of has a Ninjago theme to it. Sort of a cyberpunk Ninjago thing going on. I like the use of this new head. I wish this was in a character that wasn't $5 because that is such a cool head mold. I like all these characters. I love this very alien aesthetic you have going on here. The character design in this is probably the best part, but there's a lot going on here. This little speeder build, pretty mediocre though. The inside's pretty cool. Did you use? I'm not sure what you used for this here. Those 1x4s. I'm not sure how those are actually connected. And you have a little rock monster serving all the customers. That's so cute. O1 says it's dust though. I'll take your word for it, guys.
It's not that dusty.
Okay. And we have this. I believe this is from the Friends roller coaster.
There's a picture
see the
of your
classic
parents
Miss-
in the background.
Yep.
Mr. and Mrs. Goat.
Aww.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I love how you use all these different plates and tiles with decorations and stickers to flesh out this little scene. It's really cool. Mega Mad Mayor Mincemeat. Also made for the sole reason for you to roast.
Roast it.
Yeah. Again, I love the angle for the handle you have here. Yeah. Again, I'd highly recommend looking at some of Nerf Boy's mocks and take some cues from that. Captain Monkey Beard says just do it. I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at. I do love this little mudguard piece with the Nexo tile. That's kind of a cool little gradient. That's a cool slope. But honestly, that's the only thing I like about this. None of the rest really sticks out to me. It's just stacking bricks as far as I'm concerned. I love the Nexo tile and I love this mudguard piece together. It looks cool, but I think you can do more with that. Also, Mecha Godzilla. I kind of like this. I like the slant on the eyes. I like the weird angles. It's kind of just cobbled together, and you could definitely use some more advanced techniques. And I highly recommend you learn some new ones.
Not enough for a badge.
Not enough for a badge, I'm afraid. I can't just give them away. Oh, one, you're better than that.
Oh, finally.
Welcome
I mean,
back.
I wasn't
Yes,
waiting or anything.
Yes, it would be nice if you didn't disconnect every 2 minutes. But I love how he kind of has these
Be
little
nice.
ears or horns coming out on this grill piece. This build has a lot of charm to it. But yeah, like Captain Monkeybeard, I highly recommend looking at like some of the Transformers for inspiration as you try and cultivate your craft of building. But this guy's a lot of fun. He has I really like the face. The face has a lot of personality.
Yeah, I think the face is spot on to Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah. And I like the simple but effective use of the cheese slopes for eyes. Also, Gonky Kong. No further context is required. And last, a skull crawler. So I guess that's like a little skull head. And yeah, I'm not feeling this one.
Yeah, I felt like he went for a very simple approach with that because, you know,
Okay.
I've seen the
T20
actual
modified racer. Okay, this is interesting. Some random name racers employ many variants of travel, from speeders to spaceships, but none is the same as the other. The T20 is a speed, fuel inefficient racing machine performing some of the bravest or dumbest maneuvers in the space system. The modifications only make the ship more dangerous for its driver, but at the same time, all right, I can't read all this, but look at the continuity between this windscreen here and this than this cylinder piece. Very smooth, wonderful transition. This is a absolutely stunning mod. And I'll forgive this little rubber band here because it's so stunning. There's so much personality to this little guy. I really
Enough
like
for a
it.
badge.
Space Bunny has had way too many badges. He can't get any more.
He doesn't have any badges yet, does he?
Yes, he does.
Big Goof Bunny?
Yeah. Does he
He's
not?
got no badges.
Give it to him. He deserves it. He deserves it more than half the people here.
I find it crazy how he's able to add that much detail to like the back end.
Yeah, and this is all okay. Well, this little clip connection is kind of cheating, but the level of raw greebling in this is pretty impressive. And the level of greebling and shaping, I wish he relied a little bit less on illegal techniques to achieve this.
Yeah. I also like how like those back cylinder pieces kind of remind me of like little motors.
Yeah, it's there's so much to appreciate about these mocks. But Space Bunny, please use less illegal techniques like these on the clips. The clips are not designed for that. All right, the Hog, from junkyards to shipyards, bounty hunter spaceship can be from anywhere. The Hog is a small bounty hunting spaceship used across the galaxy with the ability to soar a single captive. What it lacks in speed, cost, and strength, it makes for it doesn't make up for it in anything. Okay, so you can kind of see, I guess this is the prison pod back here. Has some little engines sort of with tires. I like how you use stickers and recontextualize them, like the Samurai X logo and the Volvo. There's the connection between the cylinder and this cockpit. Really smooth, really creative, and all around really well done. Would you like to not disconnect this time?
Can't help it, man.
Yes, I noticed.
I'm old. I usually faint after a while.
I see. TB Studio says I had to rush it so I could put the stuff in the moving van. Okay, so you moved recently? Good for you. Nice. My name is here. Welcome. Okay, TB Studio says the skull crawler was rushed. I see. Okay, Firestar, starter is an urban walker used for short range explosive combat. Oh, look at what part he used. Did he use physical bricks for this? It looks like he did. Do you know what parts this is?
No.
Come on, someone tell me what part this is. You guys know this.
I know the
Aren't those
part,
the
but I
little
just don't
robot
know the
arms?
name.
Okay, so these are little claws back here. Well, and they for the cannons or missile launchers. But what is this piece supporting them?
Oh, a hot dog.
It's a sausage. Yes,
Oh.
that is so
Oh, yeah.
cool.
What? That is
And-
cool.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and all this is legal techniques, as far as I can tell. It's not that hard. Space Bunny, stop breaking my heart. JB Instructions has posted Among Us.
Among Us.
Yes, that hasn't been run into the ground or anything,
Yeah.
but I like the little recreation back here. I hate that any of the discards are in. They're just starting to post this piece and saying Among Us. It's
Among Us.
infuriates me to no end. Oh, we have a plane.
It flew?
It flew.
Among
Did you
Us.
see that? The plane flew.
He finally did it. I've been challenging him. I didn't think he'd ever do it this soon.
Amit
Odd.
says John is a child when treated like one. Aren't all my co-hosts?
I behave when I'm in charge of the stream, but
All right. Big Screen Bird says mech fingers. Crow of Judgment says hot dog genius. Right. All right. Let's continue. So now we have more vehicles. Right. All right. Got the leg disconnected for that cool pose. These are some smooth looking vehicles. I love the snot techniques used to accomplish this. And this looks like they're part of a consistent, coherent series. I really like this. Well done.
Yeah, the truck is easily my favorite.
The truck is
just-
really nice. I really like this. I really like the sports car, and I love how it kind of has the engine just barely popping out. And I like how it has a slightly different slope between these two. It has a very nice texture to it. Although all
Yeah.
of these vehicles have so much charm. Okay, D&D has this Apocalypse tank, which is incredibly mediocre and uninspired. So
Yeah, when I looked at that, it didn't really scream apocalyptic to me.
yeah, it's like it has chains. That makes it an apocalypse. It's an apocalypse mock. If you slap some chains on it, take off some parts, add some parts that don't fit, and you have an apocalypse mock. That's what some people think. It's pretty sloppy.
It just to me, it just feels like a generic military vehicle.
Yeah. And like I like how you use the bars for the cannons, but that's all I can really compliment you for.
Yeah.
What is this doing in my mock roast?
Go back. I want to be monkey.
Reject humanity, return the monkey.
I just gave you a nickname of 10 seconds effort, and you made a whole mock based on it. It's not a bad build, but what
it's
deserves
not
material.
bad.
That's what I hate. This is actually kind of good.
You don't want to like it.
I'm mad. I am genuinely mad at this.
Does he get the badge for this?
The thing is,
Monkey.
he does.
Monkey wins.
Yes.
He managed to have a
Donkey
Donkey
Kong
Kong.
wins.
If I didn't give you that nickname, you wouldn't have won.
Next make the coconut gun. Arden, okay, we are actually up to today. So these are the final mocks. We are up to the very end. Club Brick Monopoly game. Monopoly with a Club Brick twist. For this
It might
build,
still be in progress too.
properties have been replaced by the channels and references to Club Brick and Club Brick Discord.
Should we
The
read them
50
all?
may not be visible on the notes, but it was a similar color to the base.
The art
Okay,
gallery.
we have Monkey.
Monkey.
What else have we got?
I see the
official
art
set.
gallery. Yeah.
Mock Wars, Rules and Rules, So you have to read all the rules.
So Mock Wars is like the railroads.
What's this one? I can't tell what this one is.
Which one?
RNN.
Royal
News
News Network. Yeah.
Not sure what this one is.
Can I make it out? Try to zoom in. Introductions. It's all the channels.
Introductions. That is such a cute way to represent
Brickatrez.
Jackbox. It has a little explanation bar.
I like it.
Brickatrez prison, and there's one prisoner in there.
We gotta like buy this and play a game on live stream or something.
This would actually make a really nice game or variation of Monopoly.
All right, we have
Mock
voice
workshop.
chat, CB Mock Tower,
Mod
VIP,
Tower, yeah.
the VIP room, the Mock Workshop with a little wrench and hammer, Mock Wars again.
That's the
This
racing
was just
circuit. Yeah. Royal Race Circuit is all three of those.
The race circuit. I'm not sure what this one is. It blends in a little bit. Got the race circuit continuing. Monkey. We have feature my meme. Chance. Okay, I see it. Roast my mock.
Oh, it's like a three-property set. That's
I love how the feature my mock is on fire. Very thematically appropriate. Mock Wars. I'm not sure what this one is down here. It blends. Some of these blend in. You should have used the black.
I'm trying to zoom in if I can see. I see Marketplace.
Marketplace, cool.
And Military Depot. There we go.
Okay, and what is this? We have kind
Club
of
Brick
this
Laboratory.
Club
Do we have a
Brick
laboratory?
That makes sense. And what's this? Construction or game?
Minifigures.
Minifigures.
And
Go to Brickatrez prison. Okay,
No,
Club Brick lore. We have games and movies. Mock Wars, Royal Kitchen, Chance Again, Partners, Invites, Meme. I'm not sure what that says. Bot Spam, and the join button for when you actually join the channel. This is the rabbit hole of the Club Brick Discord.
Now I can't delete any of these channels because they're like memorialized in this game.
And it has mock hour. Look at how he did the mouth. It's that one. It's a 90s tile of a one. That is so creative.
Sorry, really quick. Nerf Boys here. Or something.
Oh, Nerf Boy.
It's the Nerf Boy.
Hey, Nerf Boy.
Yo, hello.
Hey, thank
long
you.
time no see, Professor Goat.
Nerf Boy, want to play Monopoly?
I remember as a kid, I always would like to play this for some stupid reason. It's kind of funny, actually.
It's decently fun. I prefer the card
customer.
game version of it.
They do have build your own Monopoly. We could make this a reality if we really wanted to.
Oh,
It'd be more fun brick built though, like this.
We have different perspectives.
I wonder. Okay.
Yeah.
Who wants to tell me how many pieces that is?
Oh, the monies. What's on there? Am I on the bill?
500. You are. He photoshopped. And edited.
Wait, there's a different person in the other bill. What is that? Who's on that other bill?
Not sure.
Don't know.
I'm not sure.
There's you. 100.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that one is.
One of y'all should put me on the bill. I have. There's actually a
$500. The Bank of Club Brick.
I bet it's
Why
just
did you
that
go
fat.
through so much detail for this joke. It has the hat and.
It's my royal crest. That has to be official now.
Sorry for interrupting you, Nerd Boy. We're just going through things.
You're good. You're good. I wonder, like, somebody should put me on the bill.
Why'd you choose some movers? I got a king hat, a brick, a chicken, is it a teapot?
Looks like it.
Yep. And a bag.
Okay, the Perseverance rover by Donkey Kong.
We still doing mock roast? If so, this is the longest it's gone.
Yes,
well, they've been going since October.
We are retiring mock roast tonight.
It's the final mock roast.
Any mocks you want to get roasted, this is your last chance.
Now or never.
Okay, this is really cool. Lego actually released a set of this through Ideas, or Kuso as was known at the time, a long while back. And at this scale, this is really nice. I love how it looks like you actually get that suspension feature built into this, just like in the official set. And you have a decent amount of posability with like this little grabber arm and the camera. Very, very nice and articulate and detailed. And I love how this little section. Donkey Kong has, we gave Donkey Kong a badge And a
Yes.
kiwi. Look at this guy.
That's
This
a
guy
good
is so
one.
cute.
Oh, that reminds me of one of the Pokemon. I forget what it's called. The long-beaked one.
Duo or
Maybe? I don't know. I'll
Dodrio?
look.
I don't know. Dotrio?
No. They
I
don't
don't
have a
know.
beak. Okay. Mint says harass goat with gun terms, Nerf boy.
Oh no.
What?
I don't know.
I'm
someone-
not reading chat. Someone tell me.
Mint says harass goat with gun terms, Nerf boy.
Oh Lord.
Luckily, we are past all the
Submachine guns, assault rifles, general
any more-
purpose machine guns, anti-material rifle.
I don't think there's any more gun mocks left. Wait, up there's a few more. You'll get a chance to.
Unless you post them.
There's a few
And
more, and near the end.
This kiwi is so cute.
Jesus, I didn't realize how long my name was.
Bomb,
Donkey
AK,
Kong?
McDonald's, and turn. What?
Donkey Kong, I'm really happy you're posting these cute little mocks. Batpod.
I love
is-
that kiwi bird thing.
All right, so I guess Crow of Judgment has given up on like the functionality. He wanted to get like spinning wheels for this thing. It wasn't really practical. It wasn't really working out. Looks all right. I like how the front looks pretty good actually. The little wings here look a little bit bulky. That could probably be better. But the rest look good. Here's a video of him firing at Batman, or is it just a test of firing?
I think it's just a test.
All right, not bad. Harcronium has Portobello Man. Harcronium, explain yourself.
Yeah. I basically built this inspiration off of Florida Man, and this is meant to be for one of, I don't know, maybe someday once they get the implementation better. I was thinking about getting this into LU as well for Portobello to wreak havoc on the place, because I don't know, apparently in the LEGO Universe community, Portobello, a lot of people don't like Portobello.
I can't imagine why.
I don't know a lot about the Lego Universe lore, so could you explain a little bit on what this creature is?
Basically, this guy is supposed to haunt the place for it, and the joke is that for any like quote unquote hackers or cheaters in LEGO Universe, up to Portobello they go and trapped there forever, and this guy's probably gonna eat their souls.
It's the equivalent of Brickatraz prison. But yeah,
Oh god.
Portobello was actually a world created by Lego fans that they actually implemented it to the game, which was really cool. But it was also one of the most underwhelming worlds, I feel like, which is a total shame. But I like how this guy fits into the theme. Kaizo Dev has this. Looks like there's a custom little pouch over here. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Not too much going on here otherwise. SVR Derv says today is 7/19. Mint says I want somebody to make a mech that contains pieces of all the mocks in mock hour.
Every single one.
SVHV Derv says, bro, the show hasn't ended yet. We're getting there. Just hold tight.
Well, on the final day, I think.
Yes, dawn of the final day. Crow Judgment says, will there be no more mock roast in the future? There will be. So here's the thing. We will. I will continue to have my sorting streams as my schedule allows between when I'm not doing a lab, various things around the lab. Okay, it's a custom Kaizo minifig. I'm not sure who Kaizo is supposed to be, but there will be no more macros. If you send me, basically, once we go back to sort and stream, you can send me your own little mocks, and I will appraise them, and I'll criticize them to a decent amount, and that will basically be filling in for mock roast. And we'll just do it like that. It'll be a little bit more personal, a little bit more intimate, and that's just how we're going to do things from now on.
All right, I relaunched StreamYard, so hopefully that I won't stop. I'll stop lagging out.
I don't want that in my favorites. I was just curious. I'm not sure. Crow
Oh, yes.
Judgment.
That's the one I warned you about.
What the?
What is this monstrosity?
What did they do to Grievous? What did
That
they
was
do?
for
Look what they have done to
Monster.
my boy.
Pretty much.
Oh my god, he actually did.
Poor
Any
Crow.
questions?
Lego.
He was committed heresy.
Autobot Trebuchet. As I was saying, Autobot Trebuchet. This is a Transformer suit that I built for Chimera for the character the Jackal. It was inspired by the Order's Chimera's made-up faction, spaceship fighters.
Somebody clip that him kicking him. That would be a good little clip to put on YouTube later.
Oh no.
That would be a good
let
one.
me enjoy the final minutes of MOC Roast with good mocks, please. That is all I ask. Okay, this looks like it's a fairly simple transformation from the Autobot Trebuchet. It's a much smaller scale than you usually do. Pretty cool. I like how the wings are actually the arms. There's not quite as much to say about this one. This is just functional, and it's okay. Inspiration for the design style is from Halfway Marauder Kim. Oh, half gay. Interesting. All right.
Just half.
Looks like a kind of a brick war style thing going on here. I like this energy. Pretty cool. Okay. It's almost minifig size. Yeah. Looks like it. I also made a huge Titan Triptychon who transforms into a ship, a city, and its robot mode. SVR Derv says he got kicked with no freedom of rights. Look.
Is SVR Freedom Crow of Judgment?
I think Crow committed a sin, so
yes, they're like
it was a war crime. He lost his rights.
Yes, if you abuse Lego in that manner, you don't have rights. That's just the way it is.
I'm sorry to say I've seen worse in our show.
Yes, and I may
you
need
see what
to
Exo
specifically the red.
Exo is butt ugly minifig week. I think he chewed up the minifigure and Apple, and he spat both of them out on the table and took a picture of that. And he had the nerve to submit that.
Look, we're gonna have to start kicking and banning some more people. We're gonna have to start laying down the law if this keeps going on.
Oh, that's disgusting, man.
I think it was Apple too. That's the worst, but I hope it was Apple.
Dirk says, wait, do I get the roast badge? Which one did you make?
Wasn't there a guy who put like just a stick of gum?
What was Dirv's name on the Discord?
It should be similar to that. I don't know if like Dev or something like that. It's Kaizo Dev. I'll go back and see what he posted exactly.
Like, didn't you just post this minifigure?
Yeah.
Like, if you're posting a minifigure, you have to do a lot.
Oh, he's the I'm a furry guy and make that Mixel thing.
Like, I appreciate your sense of humor, but I'm just gonna move on.
Derv, this isn't easy badge to get. This one, it's a high threshold to earn. Yeah.
Like, unlike on MOC Hour, we actually have standards here.
It's very hard to earn it. Derv is adamantly collecting all the badges, but I don't think
a huge Titan Triptychon that transforms into a ship, a city in its robot mode. Okay, so here's the city mode. That's kind of cool, and like a kind of a dinosaur mode. I love how the mouth is articulate, and the spaceship mode. It kind of reminds me of the Daedalus from Stargate.
Yeah, I love the city mode. I just love the little 3 towers there.
Right, and here you can see the different versions. It has a control tower capable of interstellar travel. I'm not sure how well you can see all of this, but you can go back and look at this in the Clubwork Discord if you want to take a closer look. Crow of Judgment has already clipped it. Brixmania says, I'm starting to understand why MOC Roast was postponed for so long. Yeah, it's bringing back some really traumatic memories, and I'm having second thoughts already.
I'll probably be able to calm me down with some of the stuff I've been.
Mint says, I've had enough. You'll see, Goat. Next MOC Hour, not roast. I'll bring something that'll take me months, but it'll be completely worth it. The sole purpose is to humiliate you. The joke's on you. I will not be there.
When will you be rejoining Mock Hour? You don't know yet.
When my Fridays exist.
Fair enough.
Bob Joe GT says, "Where were you this whole time?" I'm not sure who you were referring to. Right. And Skills the Noble is back. Thank you for rejoining us. Welcome back.
You can ask the server, where is Professor Goat, and it will answer you. We programmed a goat bot that can answer questions.
This is the character in the universe for reference. Okay, so you can kind of see the authenticity here. This guy looks like he's probably a bit too big and powerful for his own good. He's just incinerating all these robots.
If you want to try that sometime, type in "where is Professor Goat" in the Discord. It'll give you a bunch of different answers randomized.
Bum. Explain yourself.
Well, you see, I
see Bum Bum and undisclosed location in the same sentence.
Yeah. All right, so
you know what? You can
basically
just on this one.
He's in my basement right now, and
we're a monarchy, Derv.
All I've been feeding him is just
yes,
applesauce.
We're a monarchy, and we have certain divine decrees that we have to enact. There's certain hail Lego. There's certain lines you don't cross. Hail Denmark. Make sure Goat Bot harasses you through the DMs if you want MOC Roast back. Please, actually, harass the bots, not me. So this is a recreation of I believe this may be based on a Lego set. This front piece here looks kind of familiar, but this is the space bike front and back view. I love how this kind of looks like an I love how this kind of looks like a space bike, like a alien skeleton head. And you have all these little flames that are just attached over here on the side.
Yeah, the vehicle is very faithful to Lobo and his space bike.
All right. I'm not quite sure what the source material is, but I'll take your word for it. I love how rounded and I guess the right word. I'm not sure if this is the right word, but cute. I find Mr. Morgoon's work very adorable. Just the proportions feel very chibi-like to me. Okay.
Yeah.
Bob Joe GT says, I'm going to head off. All right. We'll see you around. Hopefully I'll catch you on a certain stream or maybe someday on MOC Roast, MOC Hour. Autobot Trebuchet. I'm not sure if you'll be able to catch the return of Castle Break. So here's an updated version. Oh boy, he's going through some upgrades.
I do like how the eyes look more defined now.
Yeah. That's a good touch of Legorado in the middle, because that's the Lego set that's top of my wish list.
All right. See you, Bob Joe GT. We'll see you next time. And
yeah, Bob. Great job on that Professor Go transformer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and interesting little beard you have going on here.
Not quite that long in reality.
New one looking worthy.
That is the Castle Brick one, yes.
Yeah. I'm excited about the reboot. Okay. Mr. Morgoon has posted an augmented version of Doc Ock arms. This is really cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah, just how many arms and how posable that is.
I like how the arms, like the articulation looks very organic too.
Right. And this is how you do a minifigure MOC. Because you're adding so many parts, it adds so much individuality. And look how the little claws here are connected. He uses a screwdriver to attach to a 1x1 plate with a hole in it. And that in turn attaches to this piece.
Oh, would that be durable enough to stay up?
It would be close. It depends, quite frankly, on how much friction you get on these individual parts. Some of them have a lot of friction, some of them don't. So it's probably not. Wouldn't quite work.
I don't think that it would be able to stand on its little fingers like that. I think those would be more flat on the surface.
The fingers are not the issue. It's all these different joints will eventually just kind of bend. It depends. If you distribute the weight right, it should still work.
Yeah.
All right. Big Screen Bird says, my build is called the Attack and Kraken. It's also in the Lego store in Nashville.
I think it's coming up real soon, isn't it? It's like 2 down.
All right. Cocky Snake says, work in progress for my new castle. I like the colors. This is a very nice green. I wish they produced this. I still produce this. I believe that one's been retired. Sort of a neon green. And this is the big screen birds MOC. It's the attack and Kraken. You can see the destroyed sails up here as they all try to escape the
Very
attack
nice.
and Kraken.
Oh, that's really
Looks like
cool.
someone's trying to fight him down here, and he has this eye. It looks like he's maybe brainwashed.
You notice it's on display at the local Lego store, he said.
So if any of you are near Nashville, go check it out.
Reminds me of that one Kraken scene from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is this good enough for a badge? Or?
Yeah, I know His Majesty is a big fan of pirates. So look at the tentacles. He used the little dish pieces to represent the tentacles. That is really fun. And look at all the cannons over here, like a little.
I like the swirly eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
Enough for a badge.
You know what? I'm feeling generous.
Roast badge
If
it
this
is.
deserves to be in the Lego store, this can pass.
Then again, they probably just accept all of them.
Yeah, like there's definitely a few techniques that could be better. Like some of the colors. I realize some of the limitations are just due to the parts you have at your disposal, and like the Kraken itself, a bit iffy here. It feels very jumbled and thrown
He
together.
also added
when he,
that's a working, moving monkey gun. Where's the monkey gun? Okay.
like kind of looks like a Gatling gun with the little rifles,
Pretty
with
cool.
little muskets. Looks like they're kind of formed in a.
Minch in the chat wants a Club Rick musical.
One of you will have to organize that because I'm not doing that. So this is some behind the scenes. I like how you use these little Ninjago spear pieces to be ornamental. That's I love unique parts usage like that. All right. I think someone's getting a little tired. Let's check out these other perspectives.
Crow wants a Club Rick meet and greet. We'll do that at Legoland sometime.
Well, we'll do something at a Lego convention or something like this. Okay, this is kind of illegal. Bending this part, that's stretching what the part is meant to do. I do love the Gatling gun from the muskets. That is really fun. How much do we have left, actually?
Quite a bit after what I just did.
I'm concerned.
Oh no!
What did you just do? Did you just put a ton of stuff in here at the bottom?
Yep.
Oh no!
Don't worry,
Oh,
he'll
no.
at least like it. He won't be roasting it too much.
We'll see what happens. Okay, so I think this. Well, I haven't seen this part in a long time, and it's trans dark.
And with Mr. Mercoon having like freaking no cooldown, he's posting his stuff.
I still gotta do mock out of them all.
Oh yeah, this is my like prototype build. Kind of my first attempt on this character I'm working on.
All right, are these? Oh yeah, these are Transformers, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Care to explain?
So I kind of wanted to make it. I really tried to look for an alt mode that screams like leadership, and I kind of ended up going with this Peterbilt style truck, but I didn't want to make it like Optimus, so I kind of added like beige. Well, at first I was going to make it all white and have the back end be dark green, but it kind of reminded me of a garbage truck, so I wanted to add a little bit more color. So I added those beige and sand green stripes on the bottom of the truck mode, and those gold clips on the front, I did change those to completely gold. Like you can see that one of them's beige, but they're supposed to represent kind of like the, I guess, those little things that stick out of the trucks as like the brand symbol or something.
Got it.
Yeah, and
all right.
Yeah.
Well, why do you have the little plates like this?
I did that because I think it kind of represents like the bolts in those those bumpers, but now that I look at it, I'm probably gonna change that up.
Yeah, like I see what you're going for, and I appreciate that concept. I think it looks a little bit off, especially since it goes in behind it's behind the grill, and when if
Yeah.
it's a bumper, it should be in front. That means like if a car runs into you, the grill's going to take the impact, not the bumper.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a few other perspectives. I really like the colors, like uh, dark tan, green, and white look really, really nice together.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a look at this guy. Really nice transformation. I really like the head. That guy has a lot of personality. This is absolutely superb. Hey, Your Majesty, give him a MOC Roast badge.
I shall do that. Well deserved.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That's pretty cool.
He's not
Well
done
done,
yet.
Bum Bum.
Yeah, like I can see that there's still some unpolished stuff here, but I like where this is going. I like this a lot.
Yeah, he's gonna have a different design because the transformation on that is just too fragile
Mhm.
and a little bit too complicated. So I want to restart and go for a simpler and also more unique design
All
because
right.
it still reminds me of Optimus, and I want to get rid of that aspect entirely.
I understand. I look forward to seeing what you pull off because I like what I see.
Thank
It's
you.
very superbly designed. All right, Mr. Morgoon has taken the floor, and we have a bunch of. So I believe he's using the skeleton as a base. I'm not sure which type base he's using for them, but it's kind of how he's using a similar style to his Spyrius droids, and I really like the background. It's really cool, really smooth, and really filled in. You can't see any gaps. So this is very well done, very smooth. Mr. Morgoon, fantastic work as always.
I thought
And
this was an
I
Among
love
Us
the
mock, to
legs.
be honest.
What?
I thought this was an Among Us mock.
Oh my god.
I'm
You
sorry.
Hey,
I can't unsee
John.
it. I'm sorry.
John. You know what? I wish I was still modding the server so I could just give Crow Judgment the shame roll real quick.
Shame.
There's a reason why. Go look.
Yes, 2 dislikes appeared even before the stream started, mysteriously.
okay?
Beret.
Hit like to cancel it out, everyone.
All right, so over here we have the Spyrius droid, who I guess this is the commander. I love how he has all these different control panels and all the different greebles from all these different panels, all these different pipes and.
Oh, I didn't even realize that
switches.
the legs are brick built.
Yeah, these are like this part here only exists in what was it? This part here is only produced in the $260 Nintendo Super Nintendo set. All right, better pictures of the gun.
Oh, wow.
All right, good angle here. Good slope for the trigger. Or the handguard, or yeah, it looks fairly functional. Maybe you could try and fit in a mechanical feature. But yeah, I am.
I think he already did. I think the bolt counts.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
I like this little extension here.
I might have to head out now, by the way, but so can you guys
Alright.
close out the show?
We'll catch you next time.
Awesome.
Same.
Thanks, everyone. We're back tomorrow for mock hour. Don't forget,
And by
guys.
next time, I mean never.
See you guys tomorrow for mock hour.
All right.
Bye, John.
The Beretta M 1934. I'm not a huge fan of this little finger guard here. And this slope here is fairly unpolished. Definitely some improvements here. Harcronium has built the Church of Bob. So, Harcronium, this is your
Yeah.
mock.
After this one, after I explain this one, I'm going to get going. But yeah, basically, I made this for the Bob cult. This is the Church of Bob.
Okay.
Praise the holy word of Bob.
Are you going to elaborate?
Okay, I'll do more than that. Yes. So basically, this was kind of inspired from the European style of architecture to some degree, and I kind of mixed it with my own because the windows was my favorite part about this, and What else? What was the other thing? Oh yeah, there is an inside to this. I'll show it to you later when I get back around to it. But yes, this took a lot of pieces to make.
I can see that.
And this lagged my computer, so
I can't imagine why. I really love the texture of the windows. It has a perfect stained glass feel. And I love the little claws that are used to add ornamental detail.
yeah, I got that from a tutorial from a video and tried to mess around with the windows because the stained glass, the techniques for that are pretty cool. What you can do with Lego.
Yeah. My only real concern is this doesn't feel like it's a church of Bob. Like the colors, this is kind of more of a dark red than a normal red. We have more of a magenta, pinkish color. That doesn't scream Bob. That doesn't really fit Bob's personality, in my opinion.
Well, when he joins the Maelstrom, maybe.
Oh yes, the alternate universe. Kind of looks like a Cloud Strife Buster Sword going on over here.
Yep.
All right, battle between Big Red and Blue. I think I've seen this these guys in another channel before, or maybe in MOC Hour. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was one of my first like major builds in Stud.io. Because yeah, I put a lot of weapons on my one.
I've noticed.
I put missiles and everything.
Yeah, these guys have a lot of personality. My big concern with these guys is actually the color scheme. You kind of have a stripe thing going on, and it's a little bit messy and disorganized, it feels like. Do you see what I'm saying there?
Yeah.
Like the stripes, I'd concentrate them and make them have more continuity, and just have one of them being a dominant color. It doesn't seem like there's a pattern between where each one is placed. How the colors are spaced, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Do you have the MOC Roast badge?
No, I don't.
All right. Hey, I'll give you. I'll go ahead and give you one.
Thanks.
If I can figure out how.
Okay. Click on it. Just click on his username, or that works too.
Oh, there are a lot of rules.
Yeah, you might have to scroll all the way down.
Here we are.
This is the
There you
fire
go.
badge.
Thank you.
Yes. You
Anyways,
have...
So, so Professor Goat, for future reference, click on the dude's name real quick. So just, you don't even have to right click, just left click on the dude's name, and you can click the plus sign. It'll allow you to do it right then and there. You don't have to go through all the steps.
Good to know. Mr. Morgoon has a Martian teleporter. So this is using parts from the 2001's Life on Mars theme. Those were where these little alien guys are from. I love the use of these panels. I love the little greebling underneath, and I love the use of this little rubber hose element. Absolutely fantastic.
I just love how people make, like, I like when people make MOCs that are like, they're not, huge or anything, but they add so much detail to it.
Yes, there's just, again, Mr. Morgoon is a master of atmosphere and creating a scene more than anything else. All right.
All right. Now here comes the plethora of these things.
Now we're gonna get demonetized.
Let's get this over with.
Thank you for having me, by the way. I gotta get going.
All right.
All right.
Thank you for
Have a great
in.
night.
You too.
All righty. We have all covered this one before. The only difference is I have actually made skins.
Of course.
I'm just waiting for your opinion on these because this
colors look decent. Like, I think, like, in my opinion, like black, blue, and white, it's not my ideal combination. But that's just me. The weapon itself looks absolutely phenomenal. So, again, you keep posting things that I can't really criticize because they're just so darn well constructed.
Well, that's the case. We'll get through this real quick.
We might. It might be cool if at some point if you figure out a way to get a slight angle on this using hinges rather than
there is a way, and I've seen Fox do it. It's just I was trying not to do that.
Yeah, I understand. There's a respect for conservation of energy, aka laziness, and
I was waiting for that.
I respect it. But otherwise, it looks absolutely phenomenal.
I just every time I see
Wait.
that gun, I see a
Wait,
pistol.
what the heck?
Hang on.
What did you do? Oh, you clicked on it.
Like, do you
There
see
we
the
go.
pistol right in the middle?
I finally got the belt to go in this PKM.
Okay.
So,
All right. I'm trying to get a better view of the internals. Very
Oh,
nice.
you even added bullets.
Yes.
yeah, so it's just getting that. This is the first time I actually managed to get the bullets to work in there. I've always had a belt for it. It just didn't want to fit.
All right. I'm glad to see you finally figured out how to incorporate them. Mr. Morgoon has the Fear Factory figures, Storm or Inferno. All right. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of these. They're not. They're just not my favorites. Like of all Mr. Morgoon characters, these are probably some of my least favorites because number one, here like Hero Factory characters, these are not my. I don't think they bulky shapes suit them very well. Like I like them being somewhat
Slim.
nimble but having plenty of armor. This, all right. Mint says I'm the last viewer. It is getting pretty late. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that, Mr. Morgan. I'm sorry to say, and just compared to the techniques and some of the other stuff you've done, I personally don't think that's your best work. Mr. Morgoon's weapons. So these are all appear to be very Lego Universe centric. Here is a staff that's actually just a light.
Is that a chandelier?
It's a chandelier. It's a chandelier you use to hit people. We have a bunch of cannons, an imagination gun, bunch of little swords over here. All right. Like a little Maelstrom Void staff. Kind of reminds me of Von Nebula's staff. Way too much crossbow over here.
Oh, that looks like a chandelier to me.
Not sure what to think of that. Got some little daggers, way too long swords, a little axe, a flame sword. All right. Bunch of variety with these weapons. I think my favorite is either these guys or these guys. Although these cannons down here are really cool too. I wish we had a different angle with those.
Yeah.
And we're back to these. Are any of these new designs?
Actually, yes. No, I have posted these in the club in the mock hour ones already. I figured I'd show off a few of these. Since you have been gone for like a long time.
All right.
Yep. So AK-74M, not exactly new, but it has some new parts to it, as you can tell. It came up with like a Zenico style of mounting system onto it, like just the handguard itself. Kind of like an M-Lock style of a mount, but instead of horizontal holes, it's vertical. And you can do some really cool stuff with it.
All right. Yeah, all right. I'm still lacking the terminology, but I like the shaping on this back here a lot more. And this section is entirely new up here, right?
That is for sure, yes.
Yeah.
That back section is somewhat new, but I've had that stock for a bit.
Yeah,
it
looks similar. It looks like it's been polished, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Are any of these okay? These guys are fairly similar. So you got
except that one has an extended handguard. That grenade launcher, that's the tactical version of the GP-34 that I made specifically for this. Also extended handguard.
Of course.
Even longer handguard version with the top cover or the dust cover has something different on it. You see that little plate on the front of it towards the front sight?
This?
Nope. It's in the front sight area. Or not front sight, back sight, my bad.
Nerf Warrior, would you ever be able to make a gun that the attachments can actually come on and off?
That's real simple, dude.
Really?
Yeah, you legit just put 1x3. I'll show you if you want Discord, like later I'll show you.
All right.
But
so you can actually make them like slide off or
I like this little texture here. I like this pattern.
Yep. But if you look at where the dust cover is, you see the top cover where the bolt is?
Up here?
Yeah, like do you see like that little line that's within the rear sight net?
Yeah.
Or not there. It's a 1x6 plate, if you can see it. It's a tile, 1x6 tile.
There's a 1x6 tile up here, it looks like.
No, there it is. That's it right there.
This one?
Yeah,
Black
that's
one?
within the dust cover, which is that top cover for the bolt.
Gotcha.
But it like lines up with the site, make it look like a Zenico style of a
Okay.
dust cover.
Okay. I kind of see that.
And then the receiver has a magwell.
Of course it does.
Cursed
And we're back
imagery.
to. Well, we can't end this on a high note, can we?
That's not true. There's still more. I think, unless he freaking. If you put
Yeah.
more after my thing, I'm going to put more in there.
My
Wait,
To
God.
try to end
it
it
just
on a
keeps
high
So
note.
going.
many guns.
Okay, Mr. Mergoon's fixing that bit for me.
I see.
I like
I
the,
texture. I like the texture on this a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
On the side.
Actually, scroll up real quick because there's a few new ones I see you skipped. So
Right.
you see the two at the very bottom besides the one that you just clicked on earlier.
These two?
Well, that works too, but there's those two. There you go.
Gotcha.
The AKV 521 rifle. Kalashnikov was designing this specifically for civilian use. So it's not supposed to be like it's a military style rifle. However, it is made for the civilian market, not for military. Unless, of course, the military wants to try to have something like this. It would be kind of cool. But I think this is kind of a cool looking rifle from what I saw.
Yeah.
When I was watching the videos, I was like, let me try to replicate it.
Yeah, I like the little grid pattern going on down here. I like those little squares. They had just
That's-
a little bit of extra detail.
That
Yeah.
one's chambered in 5.56, and that's the AK-12 or AK-18 mag from before when I
Okay.
made that. So, and then on the bottom there's one with the extended top rail, extended top handguard. So instead of the bottom handguard's still the same, but the
Gotcha.
top rail got extended all the way to the front there.
All
So,
right.
yep, kind of a fun one to do.
Yeah. I just really like this one.
Yeah, this is the 308. That's the 760 by 51 NATO, so it's a bigger cartridge.
Why?
I wish I had my mod powers again, so I could just go ahead and get this
Why?
dude the shame roll.
Doesn't he have the shame roll?
Nope. You remember when you kicked him?
We have levels of shame, and if I see another thing out of him, he's
God. My Mac 10 submachine gun.
As you were
This one,
saying.
Mac 10 submachine gun. This was the one I actually edited. So it's actually all the pieces are available on Bricklink.
Okay.
So I could legit, if I really wanted to, I could actually buy all the pieces for this and do it real life.
All right.
It was one of those builds where it's kind of cool to do.
Yeah.
Plus, I haven't done a submachine gun build in ages.
I can see that. I like just compared to some of the other ones, this doesn't look like as fun of a display piece. That's just my opinion, even though it's less resource intensive.
Yeah, that and also it's a different kind of style of what I usually do. And then there's my banner.
Yeah.
For my other YouTube channel, which I'm probably gonna put a video up soon, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, I like the new render you have for this. I think that's a new render. And we did it again.
Yep, that's I've linked my other YouTube onto my other.
Oh yeah, I just modified the Zane mech.
Did you add?
I changed the head up, and I also changed the shoulders because I just didn't like the way the shoulders looked originally.
All right. I don't have the set myself, so I can't really compare it to anything.
Oh, I put the original version below.
All right. So it has a bit. So you have more of an angle here and a little bit of an extra eyepiece. Wait.
And I also
What's
adjusted the head. I'm sorry?
What's the difference with the head? The color?
Oh, I took out the mouth plate. I just thought it had a cooler look, and also I adjusted the neck so that Zane could be more hidden in the mech.
I really like the change you made to the shoulder. I'm not sure about the head.
And I also took off the weapons that were on the arms because I just thought they were stupid.
All right. The silver one. Mr. Morgoon says, I'm thankful for the critiques and the advice the crew has given me to this point. It is an honor to be here. We are lucky to have you. I like this retro style UFO. It's really cute, and I love the very 1950s vibe this all has.
Yeah.
All right, I can't believe it. We're ending on a high note.
There's one
done.
more.
Oh.
I figured I wouldn't shed this one off. So
Oh,
I made it Valentine's edition on one of my guns. I think Bum Bum has seen it before
Yeah, I've
when I
seen
showed this off during the Valentine time or Valentine walk hour, the Megs and Monsters.
Yeah.
But it's my L85A2 build with a few color changes and a few details that I added in there to make it look like a Valentine gun. So figured you would like it. Figured you would like to see it. And to finish it off, this crazy mess of MOC Roast.
Go on.
But yeah, I figured you would like it.
My biggest complaint is you could have rounded off the heart better.
To be fair, I was using black plates, but I was kind of trying to do like a.
Yeah, they added a new
Pixelated.
part. They added a new part to better represent.
I did see that after the fact.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Did he add another one after I put mine in?
Pro Judgment offered some sage advice as always, and no, that's it. Yeah. This has been. Let me see if we still have it. Yeah, this has been the MOC Roast. Thank you
We
everyone for joining.
finally did it, boys.
It's been we went nearly 4 hours and we've gone through hundreds of MOCs.
I haven't
Scratch
even
that,
been
we've
there
gone
the
exactly
whole
4
time, but it
hours.
felt like 4 hours to me.
We're on 3 hours and 56 minutes. But thank you everyone for joining us. It has been a trip. Thank you everyone for supporting just Club Brick over the last several months and just posting stuff to the MOC Roast. And it's just I do love seeing everything you guys have created, even if some of it is extremely questionable, and I mean extremely questionable. Like some of you need help. But I will. This is the official end of the MOC Roast brand, but you can continue to send me stuff during certain streams. We'll have those mostly on Sundays, just whenever I have time. So again, thank you everyone for joining me. I am Professor Goat. I also want to thank Harcronium and His Majesty King John Brick for joining us earlier. Also, thank you Nerf Boy and Bum Bum for joining us, and also Sack Pat for joining us. He was here earlier.
Pro Judgment, don't make me ban you. I'm kidding.
All right.
I just want to say that we're really close to, we're like halfway there to 6,000 subscribers. So,
Are we? Or hold up. Let me go look myself.
I'm pretty sure we are. We're like at 5.5K.
All right. So, yeah.
So yeah, subscribe, guys.
Yeah. We are 5.6K subscribers, y'all.
All right. I am mentally, physically exhausted. So without further ado, I will take my leave. Thank you once again for joining us for MOC Roast, and until next time, play well.
This is Nerf Boy Neo signing off, and with that, Professor Goat, stay around. I want to talk to you about something.
See you guys.